seconds. You're live.
Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents, you know what it is, Say What Wednesday. I'm your host, Leo Rockwell, and it's a pleasure and an honor to have all you guys out there with us this evening. Again, it's a great Wednesday. You know, it's always hump day, so we only got a couple days left into the weekend, so I hope you're enjoying it. I know it's been like a slow weekend. It hasn't really been anything going on, and of course, we know it's Chinese New Year's, what, Year of the Rabbit? Is that what it is this year?
El Conejo.
Yeah, so basically, like I said, just keep yourself occupied. So we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. One is, you know, pretty much preparing for that second wave, maintenance on your collections, and also being selective about your, you know, what you collect. So we're going to talk about that. Then one special, you know, just one special thing. If you had a chance to basically write a letter to Howard Chan and Hot Toys, what would you say? And if you had a chance to change anything, what would that be? So definitely we're going to have those conversations. But before we do, of course, we're going to bring in the crew of people that I actually have on here with me tonight. But before I jump into that, I just want to say something because it's the new digs, new year. You know, we wanted to kind of change everything up, you know, just kind of keep it clean, do something totally different going into that new year. But also, again, you know, we want to kind of inspire the same concept that we had last year. And I think that the same concept that we should actually have in the community is that we are not, again, by any means, we're not saying that we're professionals at anything that we actually say. We're not trying to tell you what you can collect, what you can get. We're not telling you why you shouldn't collect. We're just here to basically be as informative and honest as we can possibly be. Therefore, we're not disruptive. And I don't like disruption. And what I mean by that is we don't tolerate the bullying, any type of negative jargon, anything that's going to deface or demean anyone's character, because that's not what we're basically doing. And that's not why I would want anybody here on my, you know, in this group or basically in the chat. I mean, we just don't do that. Here it's positive energy. You know, we want to, you know, share with you guys. We want you guys to share with us and just keep it really, really cordial and just have a nice, peaceful, you know, type. It's okay to have opinions because, like I said, definitely you can have opinions. If you don't like a figure, you can definitely express that. But in no way do we condone any type of bullying, any of those type of actions. The people that I actually have on the show are people that I am honest with and I'm cool with and I trust. So sorry, I just don't allow those things here. So if you're here for the disruption, that maybe this isn't a place you want to be, and I completely understand that. You don't have to be here. But if you want to be here for positive information, you want to talk about collecting, you want to talk about just the sheer art of collecting. If you want to talk about Will's feet, you're in the right place. So thank you very much. I just wanted to actually say that again, welcome you to the show. Let's move on. So let me just bring everybody in here. What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all? How's everybody going?
Hello there. Has it been 30 seconds yet?
Yeah. No. It hasn't been 30 seconds yet. No 30 seconds. No 30 seconds. So,
okay.
You know, no 30 seconds. We ain't going on for that. So anyway, thank you for definitely being here. Cam, what's going on with you, brother?
What's going on, man? Baby Watch 2.0 still going on right now.
I keep missing every time I predict something, it doesn't work. It's a stubborn baby, bro.
Well, at this point, this will probably be my last stream for a little while because at this point, the doctor's like, you know what, we're gonna go in Saturday.
Yeah,
probably gonna get induced. So maybe probably be here this weekend. So I'll be offline for a little bit, man. But I'm glad to be the last one to be with you guys, man.
You're picking your baby over the streams.
I know. Bro. My priorities are all jacked up.
Next time we see you, you're gonna actually have like an afro, a full beard. All we're gonna be able to see is his eyes, bro.
I'm gonna be like, what day is it?
Just eyes. It's really that tough,
up, bro. Yeah, bro.
It's pretty wild, man. Like, so you think about it, you sleep every 2 hours.
That's not fun. That
sounds great.
Yeah, sounds great, right?
So how do you I'm sorry, but how do you do that then? Like, how do you go to work?
You try to. Well, so I'm off for 2 weeks. I have paternity leave. My wife has maternity leave, and she'll be off until April, which is great. So,
but like a baby's like, you know, alive for longer than that. So like, what happens?
Hey, oh, you just figure that shit out, man, at home.
Oh, or I don't have any
daycare, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's later on. So,
because we're supposed to be trying later this year because we're officially going to be married. So I'm like,
okay.
I don't know what that looks like.
Yo, Nick is
Looks like
crazy.
you're sleepy. Looks like you're sleepy.
He said, "Hey, look, it's wheel fuckification."
Well, he says that, bro, because when I type in the chat to him layout, I type Nick, N-I-C-H, right? So then he's like, well, it's Nick, N-I-C-K, and I'm like, it's not spelled that way though.
Yeah, because his name is Nicholas,
right,
with an H,
right. So I call him. It's basically like niche. That's basically how
Bro, I was always so confused when I saw that. So now that
yeah,
makes
because
sense.
like his name is spelled N-I-C-H. It's not N-I-C-K. So when I type Nick, I type N-I-C-H. So
I thought that maybe he was doing something because you ever see was that Family Guy episode?
Family Guy. He's like
Wheel
Cool Whip.
Wheaton.
Cool
Yeah,
Whip.
cool.
Yeah.
Wheel Wheaton.
Yeah. That's basically what he's doing. But.
Cool Whip. Oh yeah, that's funny. Carlos, man, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Carlos.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Will, how you doing, brother?
Yeah,
What
I'm good, man.
It's like Carlos is going.
here,
How you
so I'm
doing,
not
bro?
doing that great, but you know.
So
But
Carlos,
I'm happy to be here, layout, man. And I love by the way, the new you know, the what are called the graphics that you have. The graphics that you have, bro, are seriously sick.
Kiss ass.
Yeah, I wanted to do the.
You start with 6 minutes in. Yeah,
I know, right? I wanted, so I have a video that that's gonna be the opener, but it still isn't done yet. So I'm gonna do that next week.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of changing up everything a little bit, just bringing the new year
It
differently.
looks dope, man. This looks really nice.
Appreciate that.
You're in
Appreciate
the
that,
show,
bro.
bro. Let it go.
Will, don't mind Carlos.
I know.
We know not to
just
pay
kick him
attention
now,
to Carlos.
bro. Just kick it.
Yeah,
Make the whole show
Carlos,
easier.
I'm the you going last. Riley, how you doing, man? You good, bro? I mean, because I know like last week you was kind of sick. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So Riley, I want to say something really quick because I didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to talk. Listen, when you go away, bro. I mean, literally, when you go away, bro, like you can't have all the ladies, bro.
I'm
you gotta
sorry.
calm down.
I'm sorry.
Like you got it. I mean, you can't. That's why you were fatigued, and when you were fatigued, you got sick. So
it's true.
You can't.
It's true.
You
I gotta
can't
cool
go over
it.
there partying, bro. Like you gotta calm that down.
I can't help myself. I'm the human party. I mean, what am I supposed to do, bro?
I mean, I understand that, bro. We know you popular and all that, but calm that down,
yeah,
bro. Like,
Carlos knows.
Yeah, I mean, just chill out. Chill out.
Carlos is like, what?
But now you better now, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing a lot better. I'm excited to be on. I know it's been a minute. I'm excited for this. I love this new format. I'm not a kiss ass Carlos, and our Carlos, you're already D-Run in the show.
I'm the only kiss ass here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm
Poor Riley, bro. He was telling me he got diarrhea from COVID. I was like, dude,
oh, dude.
No, I didn't.
Hold up. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna go to Carlos before I
didn't know
do
that was
Riley.
a symptom.
Right, Riley, check it
knows.
out. Check it out, Riley. Every show for the past 2 weeks on, Collectors Mingle, every show for the last 2 weeks, Carlos has been sweaty. He mutes his screen so he can fart, and he has to go to the bathroom. It's all the time, every Sunday, every single Sunday.
Like Nick was saying, you could smell it through the screen. Because I did.
It's true, bro. It's absolutely
Like
true.
scratch and sniff, bro. Scratch the screen and sniff.
Bro,
Like straight up.
I had to take a massive dookie last Sunday.
Oh my God.
Straight up, man.
Thank
Cal,
God.
now listen, everybody, Cal, my bro Cal, he's actually on a flight home. I mean, this man he's the Uncle Traveling Matt of the community, so he's always everywhere. So we will see him next weekend. I forgot that he was actually away. I did not know, so my bad.
Such a good
But we'll see him next week, man, definitely. Carlos, how you doing, bro? You good?
I'm doing good. Really
You got
quickly,
dookie?
I just want to. No. I took one
Okay.
before, so
Okay, cool.
I'm going to show really quickly this custom piece I bought. I know I showed it in the backstage, but
Oh yeah.
I thought it
Let
was-
me pull you up because that's dope. I want to see it
compare
full
Carlos.
screen. Let me see.
all right, hold on. So this is the throne from Hot Toys, and I just got this custom piece at the bottom from Legacy Studios, I believe. Hold on, hopefully I don't drop it.
How much did they charge you for it, bro?
Damn.
There you go.
That
No,
thing
it's
is
really good.
massive.
Yeah.
So this is a smaller version because I think the original one it was like almost double the size. So it comes with this little like fake leather pieces, and in those
that's
helmets, what I'm doing is
dope.
I'm gonna put Mando in the middle and stuff. But there you go.
That's
Nice. You got Bo-Katan and
dope.
Boba Fett. Nice, man. That's
That's
awesome.
dope. So who? Wait a minute. So who? How? You said you got that from who?
Let me quickly find the name.
No one cares, Carlos.
Shut up, bitch.
Are you
Let's
sweating?
see.
Are you sweating?
It was Legacy Custom Dioramas on
Okay.
Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
It costs $400.
Okay, that's not bad though.
No.
That's not bad. I mean,
No,
especially for that
no.
piece, it looks pretty good, bro.
And this
And
is,
is
the
it heavy?
original. No. This is the original size. Oh, you can't even. There you go.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
So it's like a lot bigger and stuff. So I made mine custom, And then what he can do is, I think it's even cheaper. I think it's $250. I think he has a detail version, so it's a little riser just for the detail.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool,
for
man. 250 is
real?
really not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
Yo,
think
can you give me his link?
yeah, it's Legacy Art. I'll send it to you. But Legacy Art Custom Dioramas.
I didn't actually tell me the name. I said
Okay.
Kick his ass, Leo. Kick his ass.
Get on his ass.
I'm just playing with him. I'm just
My
playing
bad.
with him.
He deserved
Oh
it.
man.
True.
It was it. Leo, make sure you tell Howard. What? I can't even see what he said.
Yeah, translate that.
You
What
gotta
is it?
translate to William Owens, man. Come on, bro. He said, hold on, let me bring that
Yeah.
up. He
is
said,
that? You
Leo,
know that,
make sure you
Will?
tell
You
Howard.
might know that.
Will
Will or
knows that.
Cam, you guys got
Yeah,
to
Will
translate.
does.
No,
I'm
someone's got the
it wasn't my elective. I didn't take that elective. That's,
Will, you played and watched
unfortunate.
Last of Us. You know how to speak that.
Yeah, sure. I played Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
I played that more than
You
once.
play Ghost of Tsushima. You should know how to
Yeah,
say that.
I should know this.
Come on now.
Yeah, I
you
know,
how to say
man.
that. Anyway,
I love to learn, though. I love to learn.
True.
bro. I lived in Taipei for 6 months, and I still don't know how to speak.
Really?
Yeah,
I need to do it, bro.
Because
Heard it's
everywhere I
hard.
went, I had
Yeah.
where I was in Taipei, it was like American translations, and I had a
Mhm.
translator that was with me at the time, so
Mm.
I didn't really have to.
Well, dude,
say
because I
much.
want to go, Leo. I want to go visit, like Hong Kong and stuff, and just say what's up to Kit. Say like, "What up, Kit?" And I can speak to him in, I guess Chinese would be the language. So,
Oh,
word.
word.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That'd be
Bro.
dope.
I love
Cool
that.
kid, cool kid. That's
Yeah.
why I ordered. I got the Bane through him. That was my first order through him. So
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
The
really?
one thing with him, Leo, I think so. I don't know if he gets like first batch. You know what I mean? I think he gets like maybe
it
second
said
batch.
first batch.
What'd you say? It said because you
I
might
think
want to
it
ask
said
him
it.
because
I'll
normally I don't
ask
think
him.
he gets like super early figures for Hot Toys. Like he usually gets like second batch. So I don't know. You might want to ask him.
So you're just telling me that now?
Well, I didn't even remember honestly, but I
Wow.
I've
Oh,
never
look.
ordered from him for first batch.
Good going,
besides
Will.
Inart and stuff.
Can't
But
believe
Like,
it.
can you see that?
You just told
you
me.
might
that
want to
now.
ask him.
Let
I'm
me
sure
see,
he'd be
Carl.
reasonable.
Bad
with you.
timing.
I
Uh,
can't
it-
believe.
That's the
Will.
detail version, and it's saying it's so it's just like a lot smaller,
Mhm.
but it gives it a little more height. It's saying it's $300 plus shipping. Shipping's like $20.
Okay,
Like
that's
320
not
or
bad.
something.
That's still
Nah.
not bad, bro.
Not bad.
I definitely get that.
And it adds
Yeah.
more like character to your throne and stuff. So I thought that.
Hell yeah, and you can still put. Yes, you got it. You got to send me that, bro. Please, thank you.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
All right, no doubt.
So.
All right, man. So anyway, thank you guys for being here tonight. Carlos is sweaty. Yeah. So let me actually go through the chat and let me see what we got here. We got some guy in the building. Thank you for being here. Thule, Marcus Lee. We got the great Renz Talentino.
does
So
that
talented
mean?
that he literally, this dude can do anything. He actually paints with his hair follicles. So definitely like he just puts it in his hair and just stands
Does
there
he?
and it just paints. And
I
it
believe
just,
it.
Damn.
I believe
he's
it.
a genius, bro. He's,
Yeah,
he's a mutant.
really.
He's a
Wow.
mutation.
His
He's
pubes?
definitely a mutation, bro. We got S Beam in the building. DT Artman Thule is in the building. Thank you for being here. William Owens. We got Nick out there.
Ren's
Wheat.
painting with his pubes.
What else we got? We got Raleigh Spice Hunters out there. Legacy Custom Diarrhea by Carlos.
That's true.
We got William Owens out there. We got, let me see who else. OG Mando. He said, Carlos, nice one. Yeah, man, it's dope. Ash Chase is out there. Thank you for being here. Jason Hemwright. Let me see here. Electric Collector is in the building. Thank you for being here. Yomo is in the building. Tyria is here. Thank you for being here. Good for health. Who else do we got? My guy Cal is here. FBJ. Just E is in the building. Who else we got? Blurred Dad for life. Let me see. Who else? Some guy. Who else? I know we got a couple more people that I saw in here earlier. CT603, Larry Walker, Killmonger, or Skillmonger. I'm sorry. We got Just E. Let me see who else. 12-inch Moose Dream is in the building. Sergeant Sal Collects is here with
Funny.
us. We got Cruising Through Space here with us. PT Works is in the building as well. We got 1/6 Shape in the building. Darth Peck is here with us. Who else we got? Man, what is in the building? Let's see who else we have. Collector Joey is here. Iron Jedi 85 is here. Kate Card is in the building. Who else we got? Man, Trevor is in the building with us. Sean Breeze Collectibles is in the building. Yeah, we got primetime review, so we pretty much covered everybody unless there's new people that are popping in here. We got S Beam in the building, and we got Tron in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. as always. And Jonathan King, my bro, big bro, Jonathan King is out there. Thank you for being here as well. So let's see. Let me see here. Let's see here. All right. So I think I've covered everything. So guys, I want to start with really quick before we actually dive into the topics. Again, we know that, we talk about, hot toys. We talk about in arts because that's just the new talk right now. We talk about, so toys, 3-0, any company that's out there basically distributing even third-party figures. We actually have a chance to talk about that. But then there's one more that's been dropping some heat as of lately, bro. And they've been, not sliding under the radar because, like I said, they got a lot of followers, but they kind of slid under my radar, put it that way. And I just saw that they, Will, because I didn't even, Will, here's the thing is, you had it up on your screen, I think, on Sunday, I think. And was it the Joker, bro? I think were you talking about the Joker?
The Mars toys. I think someone sent a super chat about it. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't take a look at it, then.
Yeah.
But then I saw it. I was like, oh my God, it looks really, really, really good. And again, I think what they've done, it's like not a resculpt, but it's like a copy of, something like Hot Toys might have actually given us, but the piece looks good. The tailoring on it looks good.
Yeah. I
want to pull this up really quick and just kind of go around and have a bit of a chat about it because, man, it looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna try to get Raleigh to buy it for me because I know he's making that 15%.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
So
I got you.
You know what I mean?
He does make 15%.
He does make 15% on the low. So we're going, that's why he be doing big things. But yes, so we got this piece here, bro. Again, this is the scene with him without the actual makeup. There's also a sculpt with the makeup running down his face, but the tailoring on that, bro, it looks. Now here's the thing. I have the Mars Toys Joker. I have the other suit, like the other version, the first version. But this, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It looks good. It looks really, really, really good. And we're gonna talk about something else. Again, Jazz Inc. type of conversation we're gonna have a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about that a little bit later. But this is what kind of made me just do some research, and I looked at this piece and I'm like, I might have to really pull that trigger on this piece because the other version that I have looks really, really good as well. And again, it's we don't really talk a lot about third-party companies, and lately there hasn't been too many conversations about it because we just been sitting with everything that we're getting from either Hot Toys or in arts as of late. But Will, I'm gonna start with you first. Something like this. Now. Again, I know that you stick within a certain realm, and I know this is probably not something that you would get, but just the sheer appreciation of how the figure looks and what the detailing that they're giving us so far, even with the tailoring, it looks good. What you think, bro?
Dude, I'm 100% with you, Layout. Looking at this thing, man, and for one, I pulled it up, and like I said, people can buy wherever they want, but I just pulled this up on Kit just as a starting point, right? $169 shipped for this. Mm-hmm. That's really, really good. I won't cost because we're still only 18 minutes in. That's really good for a 1/6 figure nowadays, especially Layout.
How much?
With three head sculpts, $169 shipped for this.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's really tough to beat, bro. And Layout, that's not even to say that the quality's not good. The quality is great, it looks like. The head sculpts are really, really strong. This is really, really good because I only watched 89 Batman once and I enjoyed it overall, but this looks just like he does as Joker, basically, before he gets the face paint on. And one of that sculpts even has some of the face paint on it. Yeah. And the tailoring looks really strong. Face. Yeah, the tailoring looks really strong, Layout. Like the other Mars Toys Joker I know you really like, and a lot of people really love it. That's a really cool looking head sculpt right there. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't know what the quality of the body is going to be like. I wouldn't expect it to be super high tier quality, but overall, it's going to be sufficient. And the fact that it's $169 for 3 head sculpts and they're all good quality and they look like Jack Nicholson, that's going to be really hard to ignore. So bro, if you're a Batman 89 fan, we all know, Leo, with third-party stuff, you don't really get the opportunity to mess around. You don't really, if you want it, you pretty much have to pre-order it.
You got to get it.
Sometimes you
right.
can wait and get it secondary. Like, unfortunately, like sometimes like so toys like Bloodsport, you can get him secondary and he'll be fine. But for most third-party figures, even if they're, good or not good, if they're in demand, they don't make that many of them. So you got to pre-order it pretty much if you want it, unless you want to start paying aftermarket prices. So at $169 and a, NRD of maybe, what was the NRD? $28. I mean, that's a pretty low risk. Again, you don't ever be throwing out NRDs like they're candy. That said, if you really love this character, what I'm seeing here is pretty nice. And for the price, I don't know how you top that. That includes shipping. That's hard to beat, bro. So I got to say this is a total win for Mars Toys because there are a lot of Batman 89 fans out there. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I like it. It wouldn't be enough for me to buy this, but I could see a huge market for this. Yeah,
definitely, bro. And that's the thing, like, I am an 89 Batman fan, bro.
Yep.
And it's just like this week has been crazy for 89, which we'll talk to in a bit. We'll talk about in a bit. But it's been crazy for like 89. And let me ask, Ari, say, Will, I'm gonna stick with you just really quick.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
My question is, do you believe that we are going to get that 89 Batman? Do you believe now? At least if we don't get it from from this the classic 89, I'm thinking that we're going to get it from Flash.
I think one way or another you will get it. Yeah, I would be very shocked and surprised if they did not make an 89 Batman. I do think there's a market enough to make one. Even it's not.
Hold on, Will.
Yeah, what's up?
Brother Cousins in the back.
Oh, is he? He's back
okay,
here?
yeah, brother Daddy Cousins is here.
Daddy Cousins back there. Let me bring him on in here, man. Let's bring that Daddy Cousins.
Sorry, Will.
Dad, you're good, bro.
Smoothest mofos in the building. Ladies and gentlemen.
You're muted.
Daddy Cousins is muted.
Oh, he's muted.
Now he's unmuted. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Carlos.
Give you a nice
the one and only smooth baby skin himself.
Hey.
Brother Cousins, how you doing, brother?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight, man?
How y'all doing, man? How you doing, brother? How you doing? I'm glad you came in here because I'm gonna go to you next after we get done with Will. But what were you saying about the 89 Batman?
Yeah, I think 89 Batman's gonna happen, Leia. I think it's just a matter of time. Like you said, maybe it's the Flash film that they make it from. Maybe it's they make the 89 Batman just a remake, right? 2.0. They could do it one way or another. I do think there probably are enough collectors to make it a worthwhile endeavor for Hot Toys. Would be my speculation. Of course, we never have any data to back any of this up, but it's just kind of like your speculation based on what you see in the community and based on just what you know about how popular the fandoms are and how willing they are to spend money on high-end collectibles like these. So I think there's the fact that Prime One's making a statue shows I think that there are 89 Batman fans out there and they are still around and they still want to collect these figures. So I would say absolutely Hot Toys should make him. Yeah,
definitely, man. We got Charlie the Unicorn. He said, time to rate the pimp.
Time to rate the pimp.
Jay, it's crazy, bro, because now that's your moniker now, bro. Everybody knows you as the space pimp, bro.
It's crazy. I get people hit me up and they be like, "Hey, space pimp." I'm like, and I want to be in the back of I want to be like Brother Cousins, but no, it's fine. I love it.
But like, if they call you space pimp in public, your girl be like, "What?" Be like, "Yo, it's just a name. It's just a name. Don't even worry about it."
Even she calls me space pimp, but she does it like this. Okay, space pimp.
Oh yeah, she digs on that one. It's like, let me just dig on in on that one. I know. But Jay, is this okay? So I'm pretty sure all week. Have you seen this? Is this isn't your first time seeing this Mars Toys Joker, right?
I seen it. I think I've seen it last week. I seen it somewhere. I forget who stream I was on. I think I was on Anthony's stream, and I saw it last week, and blew me away. This is beautiful. Oh my god,
bro.
I'm a big 89 fan. So I need this in my collection. Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
Look at the tailoring on that. And then you get this particular, that's Jack Nicholson, bro. It's like I'm looking at him right now.
And that's what I was saying. You get in two head sculpts, Jesus. You see any Jack Nicholson figure, you buy that some bitch because they ain't going. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be officially just handing out his likeness like that anymore. So I know rumor has it that I don't know. I can't remember, but I know I heard somewhere in the community that that's one of the reasons why they haven't done a Joker yet because of the likeness. The likeness rights are so expensive. And they don't have them at the time. They don't have them. But I also heard that about other stuff, and that
like Danny DeVito, right?
Danny DeVito. Yep, Danny DeVito is another one. Him too. And I think they said he doesn't like it. I think Yost.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, the only Daniel DeVito or Penguin is like $2,000 right now to get one done.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Danny
So he
DeVito
won't.
is
He
not like
doesn't
that.
like his likeness out there at all.
Mm.
Wow.
Need
And you
that.
would think that, like, I mean, especially if you sign like an exclusive deal, I mean, that's a
Right.
moneymaker. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So we all know
yeah.
that Tamora Morrison doesn't care. Like, he's just go and do
Oh,
what
He-
you
no, he
do.
doesn't.
He just says,
Or
Like sign the check. Sign the
Yeah.
check.
sign the check as long as I get a check straight up. He probably call him, hey, so what y'all got? Oh, Bad Batch? Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
going? He just calls everybody up. and just
His head
says,
sculpt is like him going to the sperm bank, just giving it out.
Pretty much.
Who needs the baby? Let's
Who
go.
needs the baby? Like, here you
But
go.
no, but no, this thing is I need this. And shout out to Mars Toys is killing it. Whoever they are
Bro.
this week, Mars, Present Thunder, all of them. They just all these companies. But this
They
do-
are, bro.
They are doing an excellent job with this. And I know Will brought up the '89 Batmobile. We were talking, y'all guys were talking about that.
We about to talk
thinking
about that in a minute. Mhm.
I think we're going to, if we do get it again, I do think it's going to be from Flash, and they're probably going to update it and make it a little bit closer to what it's supposed to be. They're going to refine it now that Yost is coming with his, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that up for y'all. But yeah,
So, yeah, we're gonna talk about that because I'm anxious to talk about that, bro. Because my hands started itching when I saw it, bro. Because I'm like, yo,
it look good.
it looks so good, bro. And I'm like, I can't. And that's the one I was holding out for as well. I was really holding out. And you know what? Another thing, shout out to Luminar out there too, because she showed me. I've been seeing pictures of that Bayonetta, and I love the game. Yeah, I might have to drop some pennies on that because that looks good. That figure's incredible.
Damn.
It is. But yeah, so we'll definitely have that conversation. Riley, what's your take, man? I mean, I know you stay within a certain realm, and it's funny because I didn't even think about this because, and this is what we're going to talk about when we get to like the second wave.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't think about how much Spider-Man content we got coming soon, bro.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be crazy 2023, man.
I didn't think
Oh, it's gonna
about
be
that.
hurting.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like I'm thinking that everything was like 2024. Nope.
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 Crazy.
Sooner than
The
that.
No Way Home collectors is gonna be hurting
Mhm.
our pennies, man. But
It's going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
hurting people's pockets
Yeah.
right now. But no, what's your? Well, I mean, for something like this, like when we see pieces like this from like a third party company, bro, again, we get certain things that you just can't deny the quality and the effort that they put into making these pieces, and you can't deny it. I don't care if it's unlicensed or not. Like this is incredible. What you think, bro?
I mean, do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, I want you to be honest.
I don't
What's
think
it
this
do?
looks good.
You know?
Damn, Riley.
I think it looks
Wow.
amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, okay. I was say Riley is the wild card. The new wild
Yo.
card. Riley had us all going for a
Yeah,
second.
that was
Nah,
close.
nah,
That was close.
almost,
Wow,
almost.
what an idiot.
I should have waited a couple minutes. No, but this looks really good, man. Like I said, I mean, I don't know like how they got this head sculpt. Maybe it is from like a recast of Hot Toys. I don't know how it works, but to me, it looks like Hot Toys quality, and that's saying something. Like it's a really
Yeah.
nice looking sculpt, and
Yeah.
I'm just really impressed with it. Obviously, I'm not a big '89 fan. I watched the film, I think, when I was
Right.
younger, like once, but it's not going to be one that I pick up. But
Yeah.
for people who are '89 fans, like this is really awesome, and you got to be like hopeful for. I mean, Mars Toys, they have been producing really great stuff. Like they
Yeah,
really
Hold
have.
on. You watched
Yeah.
'89 once?
Yes, one.
Man.
I
Me
think when I was
too.
like,
I've
Will
only
watched
seen
it
it
too.
once.
Did y'all
probably when
watch
I
it
was like
together?
12 years old.
Riley
or
and I
something.
we have FaceTime to watch. it.
Y'all got HBO Max, bro?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have Carlos's.
Well, 89 is on HBO Max, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching Last of Us
Yeah.
though, bro. Watching
Bro,
Last
but
of
I've been
Last
watching-
of Us
I-
comes
I've
on
been
every
watching-
How many
Sunday.
I can only watch
times?
so much.
How many
Bro,
times?
if
I've been
people
watching the
aren't
Batman,
swinging from
no.
one building to the next, Riley isn't watching it.
No, that's not true. I watched the
I'll
newest
watch it.
Batman.
I want to watch what's the Batman sequel to '89? It's a Batman.
Returns.
It's Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Yeah, I've
You
heard
haven't
that
seen
one's
that one
great.
either?
I want to watch that. I haven't seen that one. I did see
Wow,
'89.
dude,
but I've not seen that.
Oh,
one.
I
What
saw
are you
89,
doing
but
with
I
your
didn't see the
life?
newest one.
What
Yeah, I
the
haven't seen that one.
hell?
Yeah, I haven't
Bro,
seen that
come
one.
on, those are like
Those are
those are
classic.
nothing compared to the Dark.
Riley, you've seen Back to the Future and stuff, right?
Yeah. I saw that.
Okay, all right. You're not a
But-
total piece of shit.
Well, One thing I will say that people were talking about, I think Mars Toys said they're gonna update it, but I think they said the hat like looked kind of off.
Update
I
what?
think they did say they were gonna make it better though. That's what I heard. They said like the
Oh.
hat kind of looked like
Yeah,
Maybe they could fix that a little bit.
yeah, the hat
Yeah.
compared to the
Yeah.
89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
A
original
little
hat.
soggy. A little soggy.
Yeah,
Well-
but I've been like slowly appreciating like third party because I've actually picked up a couple recently and like they've
Which
impressed
ones?
me a lot. I picked up the Homelander and I picked up a Riddler. They're really good.
Mm.
Premium
Mm.
toys and this
Mm.
company too. They made the Riddler I have. I mean, I can even grab it. Maybe I'll
Go
grab
grab
it.
it,
in a
go.
minute, But you want me to grab it?
Yeah, go.
You're gonna say it. You're gonna say
I
it.
think
You're gonna say it
Carlos
looks
is
like shit,
testing
but
you. Carlos is
yeah,
testing
he's gonna
you.
say it looks like
He was
shit.
like, which
Hold on.
ones?
Yeah, I
Which
know.
ones you
Right?
got? Go grab them. Bring it here.
Don't- you know not to get
Finally, we
bro.
got rid of him. Fuck.
But not so while he's actually getting that real quick. Cam, what's your thoughts on this piece, bro?
This will be short and sweet.
I know you're not getting it, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm definitely not getting it. But yeah, hat looks a little soggy. Tailoring outfit looks really good. Head sculpt, it looks really good, especially for a third party. And then Will was talking about the price. I'm really surprised that you're getting all of that for that price. You know, it's super
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
If I was definitely a 1989 Batman collector, this would be a must buy for me for sure, though. But I'm not, thank God. So phew, my wallet escapes this one,
Your
even though
wallet-
it's a low price. Like,
Yeah,
it's
can
this
you get
definitely a
stuff like
decent
this,
price,
no?
man.
God damn.
it's not bad.
It's definitely a decent price.
All right, let's see it.
Carlos, or let me see that real
Yeah,
quick. Oh, you got
Does it
the
look
you got
like-
the Riddler,
does it
right?
look like shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let me
I
see it.
got
Well, hold
let
on.
me bring that. Let me
Well,
bring
there
that
you
in.
go.
Yeah,
Well,
looks
that's
We'll
good.
make him.
I thought it was a ping pong paddle.
This one.
It is. He's old.
I was like, what, ping pong paddle?
Damn.
This was $145. I mean, that's.
And who's
There's
that
a
from?
hand behind it.
Who's that from?
What? He has got. This is that company, Mars Toys.
Mars
They
Toys.
made this. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Oh,
I was
That's
actually
kinda
happy
dope.
with it.
It's
That's
not
pretty
dope.
good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it does.
How much was it? 149.
145.
Well, how was the tailoring though? Does it feel like cheap? Does
I
it?
mean,
It looks good.
It's fine. There's nothing
Looks
wrong. I
good.
mean, the boots could use a little more detail, but other than that, I mean, like you can see like the
Yeah,
back of his
dude.
head. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
the-
that's enough to get the point across for Riddler. I think you're
Yeah.
good.
Exactly. And
that's
I
dope.
don't know. Would you guys think that a licensed company is going to do it like Hot Toys or InArt?
I don't
mean,
think so.
know.
They probably
I
would
don't
already
know,
did
dude.
that.
That's
They
why.
would've
That's
done
why
it
I ended up
already,
picking
bro.
this up.
Yeah.
'cause
It
I
was kind of
like, yeah,
shit
there's no way they're
character, so not really. No.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it.
I liked
Get
him,
out of
but
here, bro.
They would have
I
done
know.
that already, and I don't think they're going to tackle
Yeah,
it.
it's got
That's
his
why,
little
like I said,
card. Come on,
third party
Carlos.
figures are jumping right in on that. So definitely,
Yeah,
It's pretty
that was a
dope.
nice pickup. Good job, Riley.
Yeah,
definitely dope.
Looks
So
good.
I definitely get. I would get it.
I like the pose. It's like a little kid trying to be like, "It's your birthday. I got a card for you.
I'm gonna
Come
kill
here, come
you.
here, come
I
here.
got
I'm
this
gonna kill
for
you.
you."
So,
Oh.
Carlos, what's your take on this, bro?
So I'm actually I actually love 89 Batman.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's as good as like Dark Knight because for me that's goated. But I do enjoy 89. I've said, in my opinion, that if 89's suit wasn't like so rubber where he had to turn his whole body, I think it's just such like comic accurate or
Yeah.
like like it's just such a cool looking suit. But
Mhm.
it is what it is. Anyway, regarding this figure, unfortunately, I'm not gonna pick it up because
Mhm.
my thing is I love vehicles. I love Batmobiles, so I pretty much have almost every single vehicle, Hot Toys and Jazz Inc. made.
Mhm.
And if I have all these, plus if I have all the figures to go with it, like I wanted to get the Penguin, then it's gonna look too cluttered. So I just want to have like the Batmobile and Batman, and that's it. Because I'm gonna have so many of them that I think it's gonna look too cluttered.
Mhm.
So that's the only reason I'm gonna pass this up. And it's funny because in the mod and the mod group chat, we were for the Facebook group, I kept going back and forth because I really think this looks really great. I think for $169, it's if you're an 89 Batman fan, if you love this particular Joker,
Mhm.
this was great. I think you should pick it up if again you love this character. Honestly, if I wasn't picking up these many vehicles, it's something that I would definitely be picking up, which is the fact that I have way too many things going on at that point. It would only be
Yeah.
the Batman for me, but I think like the head sculpt is like a good like 8.5, and then some is like, especially the painted one, I think it's probably my favorite.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
So I think for 169, the tailoring looks good, and even if it ends up being a little, not great, I think for the price, you can't beat it. You're not gonna get
Yeah.
another Jack Nicholson anytime soon from Hot Toys or NR
Mhm.
or anyone. So
Mhm.
I think this is great. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. I think it looks wonderful. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks good, bro. It's definitely a good piece to have in your collection if you don't already. Or it's an alternative, like especially if people can get the original. Like it's definitely because the thing is, of course, it was on this show that Toya heard everybody's talking about, like the figure to get is a Joker. So
Yep.
what she
You're
did
welcome.
was she got me the Mars Toys Joker, which
Oh,
have it
nice.
in for my birthday, and that thing is incredible, bro. Like literally, the only thing I will say to them is that if like they need to really invest more time in the ankles. Like Riley, you're not going to have that problem, but for me,
Mm,
the ankles are loose. Like you have to have
Good.
like it's sometimes hard to stand it up. So yeah, the ankles are loose. I hope they kind of fix that and make it better. But other than that, yeah, I definitely this is something that I would be interested in because I am an 89 fan, and it's considering the simple fact that I don't see this happening again anytime soon. I would definitely want to get this. But I mean, sticking on to that, mind you, also I wanted to briefly cover, not really, cover too much because they are doing. I don't know if you guys actually saw, but they are doing the Riddler as well from from Forever. So did y'all see
Yeah.
that? Did y'all see this?
Yeah. Looks
I
really
did see that,
good.
and I think they're
Looks
doing
really
a
good.
Two-Face too, right?
Yeah, they might be.
I think
but-
I saw a Two-Face that they're doing
crazy.
also. Yeah, Tommy Lee
And it-
Jones.
Yeah, and they're doing both suits. Like, look at that, bro.
That's really good.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
That looks really, really, really
Oh,
good.
I need that.
Yeah,
that.
those are
I
really
see
good.
that. So you didn't see this one, did you, Jay?
No, didn't see this. No.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I
bro.
think this is decent. It's like
It's
7.5,
decent.
8.
Like that.
The
That
Joker's
is,
better, right? We can all agree.
Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah,
Joker's
the
better, but this is pretty solid.
Joker's
7.5.
better,
Not bad.
but
Not
I
bad.
would just get this
that
off
looks
of
like Jim
GP,
Carrey,
bro. Yeah,
Shut up, Riley. You
Yeah,
don't know.
literally.
I would just get this off of GP.
I already
Like
watched
literally,
this.
I would because
That looks
it's the
great.
Riddler.
does look
It
good.
looks real good. It looks really, really good. So they
does.
said coming soon. We just have to. Why did they put two? Yeah. Anyway,
Come-
They don't know how to spell.
yeah.
I do want to mention something real quickly.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, that's different because of licensing. But I know that Jazz Inc., I don't know if we're talking about this, said that they're doing 1/6 and they want to do these
Yeah.
kind of figures.
Yeah.
Like the
we're
Riddler.
about to go into that next
Oh, okay,
because
cool.
that's what I wanted to kind of pull up. Luminar, I'm telling you, already sold me on that Bayonetta.
Coming soon.
She sold me on that. You're posing on that. The pictures you put up were incredible, Lumi. So you sold me. I pre-ordered it because it's not out yet. I can't find it. Well, it was out, but it's sold out in different places. But I have managed to find it. So yeah, I got to get it. I definitely got to get that. But yeah, so we are going to jump into this because Carlos, I want to. Well, actually, I'm gonna go to Brother Cousins, then I'm gonna go to Carlos on this one because it's going to be interesting now. Because this is the thing is, bro. Jazz Inc. now is speaking my language. You know what I mean? Like they really are speaking my language with this piece because I'm like, if anything else, this was going to be something that I'm definitely considering. I sent it to Toy. I was like, baby, please. She was like, oh shit, that looks good. So, Jay, I know. Okay, so Jay, I know you have this already. When you saw this, first thoughts, number one.
Okay.
Number two, is it baiting you? Is it something that you have an interest in based on what we've read, based on what they're trying to, electronically what they're putting into it? They're saying that they're actually going to give us sound effects, everything.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, bro?
Okay, so when I first seen it, I think I was doing the unboxing of Captain America yesterday.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me, I can't remember who it was. It I can't remember. Somebody sent me a message. It was like, what did you think? I think it was Max, matter of fact. And he was like, what do you think about the 89 Batman? At that time, I was just like, oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll take a look at it. Who knows? And then I was going through my emails because I get the emails like I'm sure all of you get from that thing.
Same thing.
Like, 89 Batman. I was like, oh, here we go. Okay, Friday. And I opened up the email. I hope nobody's offended by this. Please don't be offended. My exact words was, oh, that bitch sexy. That's my first
Spoken like a true pimp.
That's a good way to react, bro.
You went straight hood on him.
Straight hood. It just came out. I was like, Roxy. Oh my god, I was averted back to the little kid in the hood that was like, no, that's my car. Oh no,
Yep,
that's
yep.
my car.
Hell
Like that.
hell
So
yeah,
mind
bro.
you, and then I went back out in the lobby. That's where I got all my, my Batman display and everything. And I went back and looked at the plasticky, inaccurate.
You have this one, right?
The Hot Toys one.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Just grab it.
But man, so I looked at it and I was like, damn, I already got it. I feel like I already have it. But I know they're going to kill it with the electronics, the light effects, the smoke. If that 69 is any indication of what they 69? Can do. 69? Is it 69?
The 69.
69.
Yeah.
69. That's a real
it's a great number.
Is that the only number you think?
It's a great number. 66. You look at that.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
Plus.
I've never tried it, so I wouldn't.
You never tried 69?
Shut up.
No, I've never done it.
I have.
Wow, dude, you're missing out.
Riley, you've done it?
Riley said I have.
Riley jumped right the fuck in, bro. He was like, I've done it.
I did it with my bubble butt. What?
Cam was like, what the hell?
He wanted you to talk about your 69 experience.
Oh my god.
So you have a 69 experience?
If the 66, if it's anything like the 66, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. So I don't know yet. I know I got like 2 days to figure out something because I know this is going up on Friday. So I gotta make a decision. But I do feel like I already have the Hot Toys. I'm good. But I'm saying that now. Because I was saying it because I was the one that was going to get the 66 Batmobile, and then I was like, I got enough stuff coming, I'm not going to get it, and now I'm kicking myself because that's 66.
You passed on it?
I did.
Wow.
I did. Because
I passed on the 66 as well, bro.
Wow.
I didn't really want it. Like the thing is, because I'd heard whispers of this, and that's what I was waiting for.
He made a video about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Originally, though, but when they originally dropped the 66, before then they had talked about it, and we didn't, like he said that he was doing it, but I was like, I needed to see pictures first. You know what I mean?
Now I will say this, and I'm going to say this about the original 89, and I'm completely transparent. My 89, I got it was the first thing it was the first item I bought from Toys Wonderland in 2009. Since the LEDs are not working in it. They're not. And I don't think that has anything to do with Toys Wonderland or anything like that. I think they just burnt out. The LEDs, this was, I believe, one of Hot Toys' first major vehicles. And you can look at it and tell. You can definitely tell. The DeLorean, anybody that has like even the DeLorean is way better. Not the new one, but the old DeLorean, Mark 1 DeLorean is moon leaps better than this. It just is. It's built better. The LEDs last longer, all that. The LEDs on this burnt out on mine. And it isn't accurate. It isn't. You go back and look at it. It's some things where it's like it's not. But for its time, it's great. And it's a good look. But my thing is I already have a 1/6 scale 89 Batmobile. Do I need another one? What am I gonna do with them? I could sell it, and get it, but that it would have to be logistically for me. It would be some problems me doing that because I got to write up and say, hey, the LEDs don't work and all that other stuff. Sell it off to get this one. Something I may still do, but I'm just not. I don't know yet.
And you would probably have to redo your case because this one is longer.
Yeah,
this one is 47 inches long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the accurate version. Like this is.
Yep.
It's big.
Like, see, Toya, she just said, but she didn't say whether or not I can pre-order this yet. So she you know what I mean? I can't, she got a day. She got 2 days to let me know if I could just put drop a dime on this piece, bro. Because
you have months.
Man, huh?
You have months.
No, pre-order it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have months.
Pre-order. But I mean, you got to pre-order.
You want to kick off the payments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Well, I mean, with Jazz
I don't have
even
Carlos money.
No, but I mean, like with Jazz, even 3 months from now, as long as it doesn't go into production yet, you can pre-order it and still do the 12-month payment plan.
Yeah.
I know.
You would just get a later batch.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
don't
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
get
You
later
want
batch.
that.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
want
my
that.
bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
I want that later batch.
First
No,
batch,
I
bro.
want that.
First batch.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. Jay, I can't pass on it, bro.
You gotta
I
get
can't.
it.
I have to because
They're gonna knock it out the park. He's gonna knock it out the park.
he's going to kill it, bro. And I already know that we're going to get either not reissued, but I hope we get a 2.0 89, or we get the version. Even if we get the version from Flash, I'm all in because I definitely want that figure. Probably one of my most anticipated. Carlos, I mean, I know, like as you were talking earlier, you were talking about vehicles, and that you stick within the realm of just getting
all vehicles.
You know what I mean? So what is as far as this is concerned, is this something that you are thinking about getting, or because you have the Justice Mobile, right?
Yeah. Well, I had the original one
Mhm.
and I sold it because the Yoast came out with the signature version and he upgraded. So I'm waiting for that one now. But
Mhm.
I don't have it anymore because I sold it for the new one.
Mhm.
But yeah, so this one, 100% I want this. I'm gonna probably wait maybe a few months to pre-order this just because typically that's what I like to do with Jazz Inc. just to see what features they come out with or see what Hot Toys is doing. Because the last thing you want, is now this one is gonna have the same smoke effect that the Batman, the new 2022 Batman, it's gonna have with the little smoke and when you can add water and stuff. So that's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be accurate. It's gonna be a lot, hopefully, better. From my experience, the later versions of a specific of the Jazz Inc. vehicles have no problems, and they typically have better quality than what I've seen from Hot Toys. Like I've owned the Tumbler, and all those different things, and the smaller ones. So I would say that, for me, I want this. I just want to see, what if anyone else comes out with something new. And I mean, honestly, I think Jay, you should definitely upgrade this, bro, because I think you're gonna kick yourself later on. You're gonna be like, man, this is like the 2.0, but it is like the definitive version of the 2.0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Don't say
if
that.
I'm trying to enable you, and I'm trying to enable you, but
if they give us the version, like the only thing that I could, if he would give us the sliding door, like the sliding, you know what I mean, hatch, like where it just slides up automatically. Oh, that would be so
he
dope.
is.
I think he is. I think it's
Ooh,
gonna be an automatic. It's gonna do it automatic.
Yeah, yes. I don't know. I'm just wanting to see layout get excited.
Now I'll say that if it does have that, Carlos, you're right. I'm probably gonna upgrade because if it has that, that's gonna
dude. Yeah.
Yes, fuck.
Jay, really quickly, can you run and measure how long your 89 Batmobile is? So
shit. Okay.
What?
I'll do that.
What?
No, I don't really want to do it.
I'm actually gonna do that.
Yeah, 'cause this one is really long. And I'll pull up.
That's what she said.
You'll pull up.
I think
You said it's really
That's what she
long.
says.
Carlos, did you purposely do that?
Do what?
Because you wanted to say something extremely sexual, bro? Did you
Nah,
purposely
bro.
do that?
No.
He's
I didn't
not
Yes,
say
you
that.
did. Yes, you
No.
did. I think you
That's something you would
purposely
do.
did that, bro. Like I think you did.
No.
No, I think
I'm
you just
not.
wanted time. You wanted time to.
Because you know why? Because you said it real calm and smooth. He's like, so Jay, can you? You know what I mean, bro? Come on, man.
That shit was
my God.
planned.
That was planned, bro. I think it was. Anyway, while Jay's doing that, Will.
Yeah, man.
Wheaton, are you
Will.
Will? Are you? What do you think about this? Now I know you're not going to get it. I already know that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, what do you think about it, though?
Dude, it looks pretty cool layout. Do we have, because I haven't really honestly seen too much about this. So there's a couple questions I have. Do we have a price on this?
I think it's
I think it's
1500.
14. Yeah,
$14.99.
$14.99.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, honestly, and I'm assuming it has like all the light up features and gadgets and all that type of stuff. Yes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So the other question I would have is, do we trust Jazz Inc? Because I know there's been sort of, the community has kind of gone back and forth. Are we officially in trust mode again?
I think.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go for it.
Maybe Jay can answer
Because
that too?
you've owned Jazz Inc. I've never owned one, so I'm willing to defer to you on this.
And I don't want to kill anyone's vibe here. Jazz Inc. does amazing quality, 100%. But the problem is that their early batches come with some QC problems.
Yeah.
Not always, but that's been the case. So if you typically get a later batch, those problems are gone, and you have like a top tier collector. What do you think?
Gotcha. Okay.
But don't you think that doing something like that, like if he does, don't you think he maybe should like really invest in changing that and earlier on? This kind of like making sure that the first batch is solid. You know what I mean?
Well,
Rather
the
than having those QC
66
issues.
Yeah, the 66 was his second vehicle, I believe. Right? Wasn't it? Because the first one was the Justice League.
You're including the cockpit too, right?
No. Because
that's more of a diorama. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And so Ray Speeder, right?
Well, Ray Speeder had some issues, didn't he?
Had some issues, yeah, because it was too heavy. Well, the problem is that the type of molding he's doing now, these are more plastic, like the 66. The 66 doesn't really have problems. I mean, some pieces, like any piece, but it's really like the paint apps. But now he's improved a lot on that. I think the molding will be good moving forward.
Okay.
With the cockpit, it was a lot because it was so many. The cockpit had so many versions. It was like one version of the cockpit had like the screws in the front or where the nose of that is.
Gotcha.
That did the first versions were bad. The version that I got was like the last of the last batch, but it worked out because that was the best one.
Right.
Yeah, Carlos was right. And 12 point. No. 38 inches.
12
inches.
Dang, bro. Okay, so
what's 2 inches, bro? 2 inches.
Okay.
So, but yeah, as far as like this piece layout, I would say, yeah, man, it looks pretty dope for 1,500. If you're a big 89 Batman fan, I could see people picking this up. I don't really know much about. I've never had a Jazzing product, so I really can't speak of its quality in hand. Like I said, I've just seen a lot of, and that's kind of why I asked the question. I've just seen a lot of sort of maybe mildly unsatisfied customers where basically they get something where it's like, oh, the paint apps are a little bit rough, or maybe something's a little bit off with the design or something like that. But then there's a lot of people who are really happy too. So I've seen like the hit rate is usually pretty good for Jazz Inc., but it's not like a guarantee. It's not like every time you get one, it feels like, at least to me, you're like, you know what, damn, this thing's going to be absolute amazing. You might get something super amazing from what I've seen, or you might get something that maybe is like slightly disappointing for what you paid for it. But I guess it just depends. I've never owned one, so I can't really say, but I can say that I've just kind of noticed that sentiment like commonly expressed in the community. So it's just a matter of like, you know, I don't know, but I do think this is exciting and people should be excited about it because this is really, really cool. And, you know, it's just a matter of, I guess the other question would be, is Hot Toys going to make this again? And we just don't know, right? So, and if they do, then it becomes a more serious question, because then at that point, it's like, well, is the quality relatively similar? I know Carlos and Jay could probably speak to this, but is the quality relatively similar, and what would Hot Toys charge? The DeLorean's pretty nicely priced. So if this is anything like that, and this one's $1,500, maybe the Hot Toys is $900, then you got a real conversation on your hands, because then it's like, well, the Hot Toys is pretty damn good, if not possibly better. We don't know if they even make it at all. So that's why I think it's a real interesting conversation, because you're rolling the dice a bit, because you're going to get it sounds like you're going to get a great product either way. I would be willing to bet. But you could get something a lot cheaper that could be even better if you're willing to roll the dice a little bit, but you just don't know. So that's kind of why it's I would advise people to just be cautious. Yeah.
I think it's going to be two. I'm sorry. Speak out.
No, go ahead.
I think what it's going to be is going to be the 89 Hot Toys will be, they're going to win. So if it's
right. If they go head to head, you mean,
if they go head to head, they definitely will win. But I think this is going to be for that collector that really wants something a little extravagant, a little bit more accurate, and has a little bit more bells and whistles. So it's what we're talking about is two different type of collectors here. For the everyday collector, and I mean, I'm not trying to say Hot Toys are not a downgrade or anything like that, but these are two tiers. You're gonna have, he's only making one tier with this vehicle, so this is gonna have all the bells and whistles, smoke effects, maybe a motorized canopy, whatever, and that's gonna be for a certain collector that really wants all that. And then the other 89, if Hot Toys does come out with it, it's gonna be something that's a little bit more affordable, still expensive, but yet of more affordable to this, that somebody can have in their display, and it just looks nice, and it don't need all the need all the bells and whistles. So it really just becomes to tell the different types of collectors.
Sure.
There's room in the market for both of them.
Because
sure.
I see Hot Toys like literally a toy, and I see more like Jazz saying kind of like, I'm forgetting the term, but something. It's not studio, like a what? I'm sorry.
Studio scale model kit.
Yeah, like a model piece, like a studio. Yeah, because it's kind of like that. Again, it doesn't mean it doesn't come with problems, but I think on Jazzic's defense, they are still new at building this, but they're getting better and better and better for sure. Really quickly, I know Jay said it's 38 inches. And then his is going to be almost 44. So that's six inches more. So the average man. So that's a lot. You know what I mean? So I don't know, Jay, if you have an extra 6 inches. I'm sure you do, but I'm sure you can, in your display.
Extra 6 inches.
I do. No.
Hey, don't call a space pimp for nothing. So,
but even like I have the garage.
Like, I got 69 inches. Oh my god. Sorry.
Oh my god.
66, 69.
But even with the
whatever you
garage shelves, like I have the garage shelves that I retrofitted. I did the whole costume thing. I'm trying to move on.
Leo soloed himself without even
Try.
looking. That was
How did he do that?
professionalism,
That was
bro.
smooth.
Yeah.
That was perfect. But
Wow.
even with the garage shells at 70, what is that? And those are like at 48. You just have like, it's barely making it in.
It's like micro size.
It's barely making it in.
We're talking a little too much about inches.
Yo, man, I swear to God.
It's getting
Yo,
worse.
I swear.
It's supposed to get
We said
better.
there was only like 3 inches left. That's like
Yeah.
micro size.
Oh,
Damn, everyone here is 12, basically. Dude, that shit never gets old, honestly. It's just so much fun. Dude.
Sorry, guys.
Carlos is so childish.
I know.
Sorry.
Anyway,
And he's never even 69. So I mean,
anyway. Damn.
Cam's face. It's like, what did I just join into? Cam's like, this is my last stream. This is my last stream.
This is how I'm going out, huh?
Yeah, right? This is how it ends.
Inches, 69 group. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Yo.
Don't stream with those guys anymore. Well,
This is
they
why.
secretly kept talking about dicks.
Oh,
Had to get out of there. I don't know. How it is.
Can't trust him. Fuckers.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yo. Anyway, Cam, what you?
We weren't even talking about. We were talking about measurements. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Cam.
It's kind
What you
of
think,
close.
bro? What you
Um,
think?
What's good? Let's move on. No, it's exciting because, like, possibly we get another version later on down the line, like Will said, with Hot Toys. I was wondering, I guess they didn't give any information about like what this actually comes with, right? I mean, I'm guessing it is the Feast of the Resistance by itself, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really need much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does it come with the shield at all that comes on the top of like the little visor part? Like the windshield?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If it came with that, I think that'd be a cool accessory.
Oh, you talking about? Are you talking about when he shields the car?
Yeah, when he like shields the car in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Not like the
no.
whole like row version that was like in the returns, but like just the
This is a collectible. This is not the real thing. Just put
Hey,
that out
listen,
there.
we want it all as
Damn.
collectible.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely, man.
We wanted that shit to shoot out fire and be able to bring us breakfast in bed,
True.
probably.
Breakfast in bed.
But no, it looked really, really good. I mean, just from this one promo photo, so I'm excited to see exactly how it looks
Did he say?
when we get the full photos.
Did he say that this is going to have the RC capability? Because I know some of them. He was.
I think some of them can do that, right? Or different ones.
What crazy mofo will take a $1,500 vehicle and
There
drive
you'd be surprised.
Drive it
Somebody
around.
driving that shit right down the
People would do
street
that.
in the front
Yeah,
yard.
right.
Yeah.
Ran
Only
over.
Ronnie Starr.
That would be hilarious, bro.
Hell to the no. This
Down
will
a hill.
be a nice little display case, sitting, chilling. But yeah. But all right, thanks, Cam. I mean, I know. I was like, you know what? I know
Thank you,
Cam's
Cam.
not.
Cam's getting it.
Oh, I'm not getting it.
No, he's like, not getting it.
Dope.
Raleigh, 10%, like 15%, bro. You got me.
Not even a
Nice.
chance. Not even a chance. Don't follow me.
he said not even a chance. He was
Not
like,
gonna happen.
not even a chance. Not gonna
Nope.
happen.
Nope.
So I mean, this isn't even up your alley, right, Riley?
No. Well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I've talked about this with Carlos a lot. I'm particularly interested in the 2022 Batmobile because I mean, I love the new Batman film. So
Mm.
that's
Yeah.
one that I am eyeballing. But like you
You
guys
didn't
said,
pre-order
you
that yet? I thought you would
can,
have
no,
already.
I didn't pre-order it yet.
No,
It's still
he's
there,
fake.
so I can pre-order it. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
fake.
yeah.
I'm the fake one, really, Carlos. Okay, but you can take gambles like you said. But to be honest, I'm kind of taking that gamble. That's the reason why I haven't pre-ordered because I'm trying to kind of wait and see if Hot Toys does
Yeah.
it. Because if you remember, they showed the photo of the 2022 Batmobile, and we still haven't seen it. And that was like, I think
don't
they
think
showed
they're
that
gonna
photo
do
in
it.
like March or April. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's been a long time. I hope that maybe by this month or next month it'll drop for pre-order. But honestly, I don't know anymore. And the Jazz Inc., like you guys said, like they're kind of like two different tiers because Hot Toys it's good, but Carlos, like you've told me, you don't really like love the way the Hot Toys vehicles are in comparison because they feel kind
No.
of lightweight and cheaper. But
Yeah, I mean, I've had the
I
Tumbler,
don't. Yeah.
and it feels like shit compared to like the Jazz Sync stuff.
Right.
And
Right.
see,
But
that's
what
the
I'm saying.
thing. Like, so the way the DeLorean has been for everyone else, the way the Ecto One has been for everybody else, this is what this vehicle is for me. Like literally, this is my most anticipated vehicle of all time.
Damn,
It's
Like,
a classic.
literally.
It's a classic. You can't go
'Cause
wrong with this.
You can't go wrong with it, bro. It's classic and it's 89, and I love this car. I remember being in the theater when we saw it. I was like, damn, like that is amazing.
It looks
bro.
dope. Yeah,
It does.
really
Like
dope.
it looks definitely amazing. So it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to have in my collection. This is, like I had 2 days for Toy to be like, yeah, you can go ahead, you can go on. Because I'd rather just basically pay it off and just pay. I'll put it on a plan.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah,
and
It's
just,
not
like
bad,
113 a month, right? It's like
100
down, 113 a month.
Is it 12
Yeah.
payments like over a year?
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
pretty
we do it
good.
over
Yeah, that's
here.
pretty good.
That's really
yeah, it's
good.
not- yeah, so it's like it's pretty
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 accessible.
affordable. Even someone like Riley can buy it. So it's
Yeah. 10%, bro.
15%.
Yeah, exactly. It's 15. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Interest of time, I'm going to actually skip over a few of the questions that I mentioned really quick. But one of the ones I wanted to talk about up the top, because again, we are in that space where again, we're not getting a lot. Right now we're in that period where it's just kind of really slow. So the other day, the reason why I came up with this is because I would walk, pop by my collection, and I started just looking at different things. I'm getting it prepped and ready to record so I can actually release the video. The second half of the video for the 4th. I'm getting everything prepped and ready because I'm doing my tour is going to be on the 4th. It comes out then. The
Your what?
collection tour. My collection tour comes out on the 4th.
The Hall of Details. Come
Yeah,
on.
Hall of Details, bro.
Nice.
That's cool. So I just kind of retooled some things, and I noticed I was like, you know what, I hadn't done this in a while, and I just wanted to get kind of see what everybody else does. Do you guys like? I go through just the maintenance, and what I mean is making sure that there's no dust on the figure, even though it's in a detail or even though it's covered up, making sure everything's cleaned off. Checking to see if there's any peeling issues and stuff like that. Things that. Because if you have these figures, you don't go back and you don't really look at too many of them. Sometimes you have your go-to, Loki, you have your go-tos, you know what I mean? But a lot of them you don't. Like you just, if they're there, boom, they're there. I don't actually take a look at them. So, I wanted to see like, what do you guys do like when it comes to, your figures? I mean, because Cam, I know like I'm gonna start with you first, because I know like I always see you with a figure on your desk. And that's just let me like you're going back looking at everything, reposing, doing stuff like that. So how do you yourself like for figure maintenance, because this is just giving people an idea out there, how to make sure that you're, even during this period, because I'll tell you what I did, Will.
What's up, bro?
And I'll tell Will, Carlos, and Riley.
What?
And Brother Cousins.
Not Cam.
I sold my quarter scale Mando.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
No more quarter scale,
you get
man.
an applause, bro.
Applause for selling it.
I sold it. I sold it this week. I literally sold it this week. And and the thing is, I didn't sell it for even for what I paid for. I knew I was going to take a loss. You have to go into it knowing that you're going to take a loss.
Especially nowadays.
But I knew what I was going to actually give it up for, and I think I got a really.
Should have sold it for
decent deal.
to me.
You wouldn't.
You didn't want it.
No, I didn't want that shit.
But I did sell it because the thing is, I like again spacing. Even though I have space, but I know when I want to replace in that space. We get that sometimes.
What do you?
So that was one of the things I did, and I went through just found. Now here's the thing: I have connection to so many different figures that is like, I can't really. But that is just it didn't fit with everything that I had. You feel me? So I gave it up. So. Right. Cam, I'm gonna start with you first, bro. Like, do you often go through your collection and just be like, let me make sure it's not dusty. Maybe I need to kind of like make sure that, or you even find yourself thinking about getting certain things to kind of make sure that it's cleaned. I know there's kits out there, like there's even 6-scale kits that you can purchase to kind of get your figure to make sure it's up to par. What do you do normally?
Yeah, mine is really those little duster Swiffer sweepers, like the little like handheld ones. I just go through and kind of dust them off. But like as you see, my collection isn't as large or as extensive as a lot of you guys so far because I'm still fairly new in the game, and I kind of took like a hiatus on buying figures throughout this year because the baby coming and stuff, and still now with the baby on the way. So for me, I'm just still trying to enjoy these right here, and then with these, I try to repose them here and there, but I try to do poses that are not so strenuous. on the bodies or on the textures of the figure, because I don't know, I'm in a new place, so it's kind of damp, and we're also in the basement, so it's a lot more. I guess there's a lot more one-on-one time I have with each figure because like I don't have such a large collection. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure as it does grow, there'll be a lot more consideration into actually looking through the figures and cleaning them and stuff like that, because you don't spend as much time on a figure that you kind of forget. As your collection starts to get larger, you're like, oh shit, I forgot I had that. Let me go check it out. And then you turn around and you're like, oh shit, I got cracks. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I guess like detofs and different casings and stuff like that I'm looking at now is definitely a good idea for a lot of people because it actually preserves the figure into its regular state, But that's just something I do. I just go through the few that I have and just try to make sure they're not torn to shit by my kids.
Yeah, bro.
And my dog.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. You already know. Jay, I mean, I know you because you're doing Good Morning Grails. You're constantly moving things around when you get new things in, you're running maintenance on. You have your figures in 2 different places in your house, correct?
Yes. Yep. I got them.
Yeah.
Room right here, the office, and then out in other parts of the in the basement.
Yeah. So like for you, especially like, so for you, because especially for Grails, you're literally going through all your figures, like literally classic pieces and everything. Yep. Do you find that when you go back, you're like, oh, I think this needs maintenance. This needs to be touched up a bit. This something, do you do that a lot?
A lot. And sometimes it's good because it helps me go back and repose figure and spend time with figures that I don't get, that I haven't looked at. Like you said, stuff sits around, but it's some figures I haven't really looked at in maybe years. I've looked at it, I've seen them, I know they're there, but actually pulling them out, posing them, spending time with them, making sure they're like Cam was saying, making sure there's no cracks in the pleather and all that other stuff. I don't get to do that. But with Grails, that's one of the reasons why I started Grails, to actually spend more time with my collection, if that makes any sense. But to look at that, and I've had some pieces where I'm like, hey, this looks pretty good. And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's a crack in this. What the hell? Like, I think I did the Terminator, the shootout version, or did that one I think a couple months back. And I was looking at it, and I looked at the jacket, and I'm like, this jacket looks pretty good. And then I posed it on air. Nobody could see it, how I positioned the camera, but I moved the arm up, and then I saw it. I was like, oh my god, the damn thing's cracking. So it's stuff like that. It's just like, but yeah, it definitely helps. Another thing, when I do Good Morning Grails, a lot of these sometimes it's stuff that I buy. But a lot of times it's stuff that I actually have had all these, had for years, and I actually go in and rebox it and stuff like that. Like I did Drax recently, and I couldn't find Drax's box, so I was like, "Where the hell did I do the box?" And I still can't find it. I don't know what the hell I did. I had to tell everybody live on air. I was like, "Look, this is not an unboxing; it's more of a showcase today." I don't know what the hell happened to the box. I know it's here, but I have like my own storage unit in my house. It's weird how we have it. It was really just the area in the basement that we just decided, hey, this looks like a good place to put, storage. And this stuff is like buried. But I just try to clean stuff up. I really got to get behind it and clean up some of these wires. I don't know if y'all seen in my last tour, it was just wires every damn where, and I was just saying, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the wires. Sorry for the wires. It's work, jumping behind there, moving detofs. How these damn things are heavy,
bro,
on risers and shit. So
bro, definitely. And really quick here, because my guy was that number one Nas? That is, I think this is that no one Nas? No one knows. Oh, here it is. No one knows.
There you go.
Yo, he says, I'm an energy auditor and collector, and collect hot toys, dampering vapor barriers and on walls and dehumidifiers for worst case scenarios for basements with moisture problems. That helps your home and collection. You damn right. I have a dehumidifier. I have 2 of them that I have down here. And it definitely helps. Around the time that COVID first hit, I got one for down here, because I wanted to, make sure that my lungs were clean. Everything was, really cool, especially in the basement with moisture. Toya made me get it. She's like, I'll whoop your ass if you don't get one. So Toya's a bully, bro. I'm telling you.
Really?
She's a bully. She really will whoop my ass, bro. Like she's a bully.
Damn.
But
She's
nah, I love you, baby. But nah, that is true, bro, especially for spaces like that. Will, I mean, considering that you have the bakery down there, how do you
yeah, I do.
how do you secure the bakery and make sure that it's like everything back there?
It's got to be the right temperature layout, and the perfect temperature, honestly, is done through getting a dehumidifier. So I gotta give 69. Credit. Yeah, well, it's 69 degrees. Exactly right.
Oh, okay.
Degrees. To be fair, though, honestly, Riley is onto something. When you're in a house, 69 degrees to 70 degrees is the perfect temperature, bro.
It's the perfect temperature.
Like I'm telling you, some of these wild mofos out here, 75 degrees, y'all are crazy. Like that is way too hot. Like 69 to 70.
Yo, what's up with y'all at 69 tonight?
Yeah, I know, bro. Keep that shit on 69. Dudes. Riley's done 69. He knows, so you know.
Totally all the time.
He's still young, so. But see, Cam's like we forced Cam into an early retirement.
Babies.
So as far as maintenance though, layout, like I got to give credit to Carlos for the dehumidifier thing because my and I keep this actually now to know where my percentage is at. Before I had the dehumidifier, my percentage was ranging. It was getting really high. And Brother Cousins knows this because he's in Maryland also. The humidity here kind of is shit, right? So it can go all the way up. I had like 70% at one point in my room. So it's pretty bad, right? That's not great for your figures, especially the pleather ones. So anything with pleather like that, a dehumidifier is an absolute game changer. It'll keep your consistent levels of humidity pretty low and keep your figures intact and the integrity there. So mine stays at about 35% humidity, which is where you want it. 30 to 40 is for when I've read is pretty good. So mine stays about 35 usually or under. So Will, my room is 69. I don't use stands. One thing too, I want to say too, we did a topic on this layout. I don't know. I don't know if you were on that one. I'm not sure. I think you were, but we talked about figure stands and how important those are. That to me is figure maintenance. Use them. Like, guys, you have to use figure stands. I'm telling you, like one day you are going to regret it if you do not use it. One day you are going to sorely regret it. And I'm telling you, you know, it's not going to be fun for you. Like I've had a figure fall once and had to get it repaired and it's not fun. Maybe you guys are better posers and more careful than I, but that's just my recommendation.
So okay. In my defense, so here's what I do. Because again,
dangerous game, bro.
This is why DTOFs are the best. Because when you have them in there and the door's closed, if you have them positioned properly. So what I do is I always make sure, but so I kind of cheat. I'm not gonna lie. So if I pose my figure without a stand, I have clear double-sided tape that I put at the bottom so it sticks and it keeps it there. So it's just like the glass, you'll never know. So it stays, and it's really like, you know, they make it so it really, really works. But being that it's behind the detail, I don't have to worry about it. But it's only a few figures that I do that to.
Gotcha.
I don't. Everything else has stands.
Leo, I've heard though, because like we mentioned, someone said they did something very similar to that, and Kiko was like, "Well, that doesn't always save you because one time he had a figure, he has D-tops too, and they've fallen over and like he's got scuffs on the nose from hitting the glass and stuff. So it can happen. So that would be my thing. I don't do as much maintenance as I probably should. Carlos has told me about, I think the 303 and other people. I know Brother Cousin. I think other people use that. So that's something for pleather parts that I think is pretty helpful. The dusting thing. If you have weather sealed cases, I've been spoiled to have that previously, so I haven't been used or accustomed to dusting, where I probably should now, because right now I have them in the closet as they're over there and standing in the closet while I'm waiting for Maji cases to arrive. So you should probably dust, like Cam said, take the little Swiffer and dust the figures. But you know, because mine are a little bit dusty at the moment. But I will say that like it's one of those layout. I think you want to take care of the pleather parts, but I personally I'm a figure stands guy. To each their own. You know, I think that's why they're included for safety. So, like I said, it's like using a condom, bro. You got to be safe with this. So.
But you know what? Stands are cool.
Cam's face.
Stands are cool, but man, F those stupid ass Justice League ramps.
I
hate them.
And layout. Sometimes when you're in a situation of like the waist grabbers on a figure like Vision or Superman, that shit's gonna tear up the figure. So you got to come up with an alternative. So.
But if you have like a Maji case, those stands are great because then when you're like they can stand behind and you can have other figures in front of
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
yeah,
That's
That's
true.
good too.
But I will say, yeah, the weather seal aspect. I know someone was mentioning you could weather seal DTOFs, and like when I get the Modu cases, Modu spaces, like I'm glad that those will be sealed off, so I don't really have to dust the figures. I can just
Right.
close it off
You
and
can
we're
just close
good.
it off and you're
Yeah,
good.
but yeah, I kind of look at them every now and then. Layout, I'm like, okay, because you know I've talked to others about this. Like my Winter Soldier had slight peeling before I sold it, and I didn't even realize it. So maybe because I didn't have a dehumidifier at the time, that could have been it. But overall, my figures don't really have that problem. So just that one, knock on wood. 69. That's the right temperature in your house. I mean, 70 to 69 to 70.
So I mean, yeah, the only figure that I ever had peeling issues with, and that's just with the Wanda Maximoff's her jacket from Age of Ultron. That's a piece of shit. Like that jacket, it just peeled as soon as I took it out the box. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I've actually had problems with. Riley, because I know that, with you, especially when you were away, you had, you actually order, you actually pay people to come in and make sure your fingers are clean and
All
stuff
the
like
time.
that. You know what I mean? So I know
I have like butlers and stuff like that.
You're the Batman of California.
Yeah, pretty much Bruce Wayne. Yeah, but
Live in the garage.
Riley was like, look, Riley was
It's
like,
a bat
look,
garage.
he was like, yo, keep everything clean. And you know what? Nobody party. I do
yeah,
that shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's true. It's only my job.
I'm Riley and I
Yeah,
like to
it's
party.
Yeah, this is the Bat Cave, Carlos. This isn't the garage.
Yeah,
man.
right.
It's the
But,
Bat garage.
anyways, yeah, the Bat garage. But I'm gonna be honest, like I'm kind of like Will. Carlos knows this. When it comes to like preserving figures and stuff, I'm really bad. Like I should be
Tell him
doing
what
a lot
happened.
better. No, well, there was one instance. Carlos knows.
One.
Yeah, just one. When it comes to pleather and stuff, I'm gonna know this for next time. But like, yeah, I'm in the same boat with Lyle. I had the BVS, the Batman, the regular one, and I didn't like touch it at all. I didn't have any crazy poses with it at all. But like, as the months passed, it was just in my detail. Then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna sell this. I think I just ended up wanting to sell it. I wanted to make a profit or whatever. I was done with the figure. I didn't mind selling it. And I lifted up the cowl and like all of the neck, like all the pleather or whatever on it, it's like totally ripping off the neck. And it was like pretty crazy. It was pretty wild. I still ended up selling it and I actually made a profit on it. The guy didn't mind it. So I told him about it. And yeah. So it still worked out, but still good advice from Carlos. Because next time I'm not gonna be
please stop giving this
lazy with
man
it.
or saying it good advice from this
That's true.
motherfucker,
That's
man.
true. I can't be giving Carlos props, but
props, man.
he does give me some good advice. But honestly, I don't really listen to it. I need to
Don't
be
you
more like.
haven't you?
yeah.
But he doesn't have figures, so why?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
sure.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
I don't think he
Nah,
owns a
that's right.
single one.
So
I know.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot better. Honestly, right now, I've been a little bit more or less because I'm just waiting for Modu cases similar to Will. I actually have it. I believe they should be coming next month on February. So excited about that. So right now, I'm kind of just like Will. I'm just waiting. I got my figures just in my details, but when the time comes, I'm not really dusting my details because once I get the Modu cases, they're going to be gone. I'm not going to worry about them. So right now, I'm kind of being a little bit more, but learn from my mistakes. I'd say, try and make sure that you're in a good temperature area. That's what I'd say. That's the most important. Get a dehumidifier because that's what I'm definitely going to invest in when I get the Modu spaces. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
fucking
Nick.
Carlos, man.
Yeah.
When you did have figures, bro, like how do you keep them preserved, bro?
So I actually have my stuff here. Is it okay if I just show a few things?
Show and tell.
Guys, this is like a
Okay.
kit.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I was like, I bought my
So-
basket.
First
He
thing,
got a whole kit.
so
What a
first
nerd.
thing is this. Okay, so if you don't use, even if you use stands, you can buy this. This is called museum gel, and what it is you get like a little piece, like this small or so. You put it like underneath.
Let me
the,
move this band so I can actually see it like
No.
really good. But go ahead.
What is this
so
clear?
you get this clear little thing, and what it does is that you put underneath the foot on both feet and you squeeze it down, and it's going to create a seal, and it's not going to ruin your figures, and it stops it from falling over. So like if you have, like for example, you see this figure here, I'm just holding it, and this has a crotch grabber, and it's
nice.
holding onto it. The reason why you do it is so it doesn't fall over, and then since I have in California with earthquakes, so like it's like extra reassurance. But if you don't have stands at all, museum gel, just a little bit, you let it seal for like 24 hours, and then that thing isn't moving, so you'd be good to go. I use like makeup brushes, obviously, for like stuff. I use this actually. That's really good. So this thing like throws obviously a little bit of air and stuff, and you just like, clean this shit.
What is that? What the?
He's got like a whole 1/6
This
clean.
Yeah.
motherfucker got a whole
Like a whole
kit.
kit.
Yeah, like it's like it blows air, and then you can clean like the head sculpt, so you don't like scratch it up.
Do you sell this as a
then,
package deal, Carlos?
He
The
got
what?
a
Do you sell this
basket.
as a package deal? Can people buy this somewhere?
Yeah,
A
No,
place for
God.
collecting.
You
It's
have
a place for collecting Facebook group.
303. Oh, hold on, 303. Obviously, you wipe it. I do this like every like 6 months, and you're good to go. But actually, what's really good is this one right here. So this is Mod Podge. So the way this works is that if your pleather, before it peels, if it actually starts cracking, you get like a really small little paintbrush like this, really, really tiny, just a small little line on it. You let it seal for like 10, 20 minutes, and then you put 303. And what it's going to do, it's going to essentially, and it dries clear, and it like holds the pleather from breaking and peeling so that you, it doesn't ruin and stuff. So you're pretty good.
Believe it.
That was good.
See
that?
that?
Was good.
So yeah, that's some of the stuff I do. And then this. So like,
My God, more?
I
I have
know.
a shit ton. So this right here, what it is, like, it's those little like humidity packs or whatever it's called, premium. Yeah. So like, for example, like some pieces are like, you're gonna keep in your box or whatever, because I've had to do that for figures. Then you can do that. So that's kind of it's pretty cool. And then what else do I have in here?
More?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
There's always
It's like
more.
Barney's
Like a whole
magic bag.
segment.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I have a bunch of shit. Oh, and I use this a lot. So like for like, I don't know, for like,
What the is that like a hair
it's like
trimmer?
a screwdriver,
that?
and then like I have like magnets and shit. Yeah, but I have a bunch of shit in here that have been really, really useful.
Wow.
But
Well, Carlos, you
Um,
didn't show him your heat gun, did you?
oh no, I have a heat gun. Hold on.
Yeah, because like if
Oh.
you heat up like joints and
Lumi-
stuff to
Lumi's
swap
happy.
the hands on and stuff.
Oh, I use this too. So what this does is like how sometimes in your like your the tailoring or whatever, like sometimes like the thread
Your
will
phrase.
feel- Yeah. So these are really good. So you don't have to. You can just cut those off really easily. So
You have anything to
That-
fix zippers in there?
yeah,
zipper.
no, that's
Fucking
oh, and then like a heat gun.
I'm
So like
crazy.
instead of getting like a blow dryer and like heating up the whole figure, you heat up a little section for like 3-4 seconds, and that's all you need. What else I have?
You
That's
should
pretty-
sell
oh,
this, bro.
And then like I even have like a little mini like lint roller and stuff.
A 1/6 lint roller.
Oh
There you
my
go, man.
God.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So I upkeep my figures a lot.
Yes,
Hold
this
on.
is why Carlos is always on.
Oh,
my
wait,
Brother
wait,
cousin
wait.
said, "Wow." He said,
He's
"Wow."
like, what?
Wait. And then
Like, I've
For
been doing this
these-
all wrong.
for these, right? Like these silver ones,
More?
like this one here. I don't know if you can see
Oh
it.
my God.
But that one, what I do is for like the rooted hair, and then this is like a little mini like brush as well.
Mm.
So
That's like
anyways.
almost the same brush that you asked that comes with Chewy. Like when you
Oh,
first
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
Chewy.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So
it's almost the
you
same
can
thing
do
next-
stuff like that. And then I had a pair of tweezers that was rounded. I just recently bought it. So it's like rounded tweezers is really, really small. And I bought it for like the Joker so that
She said Jay's look says
yeah,
it
you
all.
can do it. Yeah, I have a bunch of shit. So that you can but what's funny is that I've never been in a situation where I'm like, oh, like I can't take out this peg, or like, oh, my figure's cracking. How do I
Yeah.
stop it? You know what I mean? So anyways, I've done a
I've been in there. I've been there.
Jay's look was like, this motherfucker has a mini lint brush.
but this
That's what I
right
was
here.
Like,
This is what you need though.
Yeah.
If you don't use stands, museum gel, I'm telling you guys, like, look at this. Like, you know what I
Imagine
mean?
it
It's just
falls.
oh,
it's,
wow.
it's not even gonna fall. It's just
Pretty good.
on it. So anyway, that's
Dexter. That's good. That's
yeah,
true.
man. It's called being a fucking professional, but it is what it is.
Luminar was
that?
like, that is a baby hair edge brush.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's everything.
Yeah, the swoop. For the swoop.
Emotions.
Wow, definitely, man. Well, good tips, bro. Like,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
good
man.
stuff on
Oh,
the road.
and bound stuff too. So, anyways,
What
like
the,
I bought a
Motherfucker
figure.
got a kit.
what the hell?
Yeah, it's like
Damn,
so like if you
came
buy a
prepared.
figure and like it like you buy a figure used and it smells like
Bounce.
smoke, then you can use unscented bounce this one here, and then after like 24 to 48 hours, it'll take the smoke smell away from the figure.
Nice.
So
Damn.
yeah, I fucking taught you
Carlos
bitches
knows the
something today.
This
Okay.
motherfucker got a whole.
Anyways,
you got a whole like What do you call it? Like
sell
a safety
it. Sell
kit,
that
bro.
kit. Like sell it 69 kit.
You got an emergency
69
kit, bro.
kit.
Yeah.
$69.
You got an emergency pit stop kit. Okay. Well, thanks for the information, bro. Definitely, man. That was a good ass talk.
That was very
Like,
educational.
very
That's good.
informative.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn, I should have. I
Still
said, you know what?
biggest thing.
I'm gonna clip Jay's face. I'm gonna do like a
I know.
small clip, and I'm gonna clip his face.
You got to, bro. We were
You
all
gotta be
like,
sponsored. Sponsored by
Motherfuckers was
Place for
like-
Collecting.
Like,
Yep.
God damn, he got a whole. I'm like, you
He
know what? I'm
does,
just gonna
bro.
send my shit to Carlos, bro.
For real.
Bro,
I love
just-
everything.
But for real though, like if like I'm being serious, just get it. Like if you don't want to do all that for pleather, if it ever starts cracking before it peels, get Mod Podge, get a tiny
Mod
little
Podge.
paintbrush, and get it on there, and put 303 on it and dry it. So like 15 minutes in between, and it will never crack. So,
OG Mando, Carlos,
Bro,
when are you
people
gonna
want
start
it.
selling kits, brother? I'm down. Straight up, I'm down.
1/6
Carlos'
yeah.
kits.
yeah.
1/6
Carlos's
kits by
kits. That's
Carlos.
actually really good. Yeah.
1/6
That's
kits
good.
by Carlos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Watch. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be like $69.
Hey, guys,
probably
by
make
the
a
way.
video and like show all this stuff because
You should.
you don't use it all the time. Like the 303 is the only thing I use every 6 months. The
Bro,
other
you
stuff
should
is,
make
like,
a
if
video
something
and
happens.
put it in a group. You
Yeah,
you
probably
should.
That's what I was gonna say. You should have
You
like all the
probably
links
should.
to
It would
I
make
was gonna
sense.
say.
That would be super,
Good.
yeah, educational and informative.
Because it's informative and especially for everybody who collects out here, because again, room temperature is a huge thing, and you don't like
Yeah.
pretty
It is.
much
Oh yeah.
having a basement. And one other thing I wanted to mention too, because I know even for me, I had to make sure that I got the right LED lights. And the reason why I say that is because even lighting, and when you have characters that have all white suits or like even like off-white suits,
Yep.
the lighting, if it's too strong, it will straight up, you'll get prints like little spots, everything on it. So you got to be careful with your lighting. Make sure it's not too hot, too warm. There's certain LED lights that you can get where you can kind of, check the range, see how light it is, like lower the, just get it a little bit more warmer. But definitely you want to check the lighting because that will F your stuff up. But that was a good discussion, man. Thanks. 'Cause I was
That
informed.
was very educational.
That was very
Yep.
educational. I'm gonna play this shit
I'm the
back.
first one. Like, what do you do for yours? Swiffer sweeper.
You skip to the end.
You know what I mean?
Out and shit. I'm like,
Same here. I was like a dehumidifier, and Carlos got a whole damn kit. Like, it's just,
Yeah,
Right.
for
Yeah,
real.
it's pretty. It took me a long time. You want me to get my heat gun? I can get my heat gun if you want, so you can see it.
I got more. I think we got enough. We got enough.
yeah,
We'll
too
got
much
more.
education for one.
I'm
night.
sorry.
So okay, moving on to the next, because I want to cover this real quick. Again, like a few questions here, but the interesting time because I know you know what I mean. Will got to get his baby sleep. So I want to move here real quick, and that's again because I know we've talked about this plenty of times, but I think now, when we have so many companies now, and the thing is, it's like we still are dealing with this fact that J&D is going to jump into the fray. You're telling now, again, we already got sentiments from Jazz Inc. when they did Vulture that they were going to try to jump into the 6-scale game. You know what I mean? Because that's one of their, first figures. So it's like, literally, there's so much shit right now. Like, literally, there's so much stuff right now that I really I was looking at this with what's coming, Star Wars. Both 40th anniversary, 20th anniversary of Clone Wars. There's a lot of shit, bro. Like literally.
Yeah.
Riley, I was talking to you about this, earlier on. Spider-Man, bro. No Way Home.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that is dropping. And I think that as much as we collect, it's forcing a lot of us to be very selective now, bro. Because financially, we can't afford all of this shit. Like literally, we can't. I had to scale back, go back through my collection, things that I have on pre-order, and cancel a lot. Because I was like, yeah. And how I did it was the things that I necessarily knew I wanted versus the things that I just wanted as companion pieces. You feel me? That's how I weighed it. Do I really need this as a companion piece? I know I want the figure, but does this really need to be a companion piece? Or can I take that piece and put it with something else? And that's how I waited. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't need this. So I started cleaning house. That was one of the reasons why I sold, the quarter scale, because that is the only quarter scale I have in my collection. Everything else is statues.
Yep.
I'm not getting that Boba Fett quarter scale. I'm not getting any other quarter scale that's released because it just doesn't fit for me. So Will Wheaton, I know that you are.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you've pretty much curated a lot. Like you've gone through your collection and pretty much said, you know, I don't need this, I don't need that.
Right.
And before I jump into this really quick, I just want to preface it this way.
Yeah.
People have to understand, just because a person says, I like a figure, but no, I'm a pass on it, I don't want it, that doesn't mean that they're not collectors. Please, I have to stress this. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people need to realize that there's pieces out there that just may not be for everybody. And people have a direction of where they want to take their collection. They have a vision and it works for them. So just because they don't collect what you don't collect doesn't mean that they're any less of a collector than you.
Or
So go
have
ahead.
as much as you do.
Exactly. So we'll go
Yeah.
ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. And I think, Leo, this is something that I think that we've come along to that has really helped me personally with just be more happy and more content with collecting, and honestly more stress-free. And that is being selective, like really taking a look at what you need truly and what you don't need. I mean, you don't really need any of this, right? But at the end of the day, like if you're thinking like, what do I need in my collection? I think what you need are the things that you actually love. And sometimes it takes a little bit of effort and thoughtfulness to sit down and say like, what do I actually love? Because sometimes, like, again, I've always used the analogy like Joker says, right? We're a dog chasing cars. That can be what we are basically as collectors. We see something shiny and we go after it, especially when people get it in hand. You're like, Chrome Mando, for example, right? You know, that's a really great figure, but that's a figure now that I've pretty much wanted for a while. And it's not one that I had to see a review and I just felt like, oh my God, they have it and I want it. But I do feel like that's very easy to do. You can see something very exciting that'll just catch your eye and you just pre-order it or you buy it right out. But if you stop and think about it a little bit, it's a little bit better. I've come along to the idea, Leo, that personally for me, the way I collect, less can be more. That's kind of how I feel. If you have a more curated collection that really just, when you walk into it and you look at every single piece, and every single piece, you're like, I know why that's here. And I love that that's here. And I couldn't really live without that piece. That's the point in my collection that I think I'm trying to get to, right? Where I have maybe 50 to 60 figures and I love all of them. And I look at all of them and I'm like, man, I have such a connection to that figure and I love it. And I think it's interesting. There's, I guess, a segment or a group of the community. Like, there's something that I guess maybe a philosophy or an ideology that the more you have, the more the better of a collector you are. So, and I think that's a little bit interesting. And I feel like maybe we're starting to move in the opposite direction. We're starting to move in the direction where, not necessarily if you have less, you're better, but I feel like if you have a more streamlined collection, that can really show, I think, thoughtfulness and show that you really have something that you love and that you put a lot of effort and thought into. One of the ones I do want to give a shout out to, there's so many good collections out there, but one that I really like is Boston Collectors. Boston Collectors has a very streamlined, simple collection, but it's displayed beautifully. And everything in it, you can tell that they absolutely love. So there's a lot of great collections out there, but I do feel like that's been an interesting approach for me. Being selective, I think, is really important because, again, then you're committing to less and you're only committing to the things that you really, really love and that you thought about and you know you want. Because if collecting can be stressful when you're getting a lot of the things that you just feel like you need to chase or that, because this can feel like a chase. And I have seen that lately where people have posted in groups, like, I just feel overwhelmed that I'm quitting. I'm going to retire because I just have too much. And like, there's so many things coming out. Well, I'm like, well, you don't have to take a full measure on that. You can take a half measure and I think be a little bit happier. Like, take a step back from that and just be like, you know what? Like, you don't have to go all the way out unless you want to, unless it just doesn't do it for you anymore. But I feel like you could be happier if you just really think about keeping your collection manageable. And one thing I'll say too is, you know, having gone through the moving process in the last 6 months, like, that's another process, right?
Yeah,
because it's a pain in the ass. Like, it's one of those things where it makes you like, damn, do I really need all this shit? Right? Because I hate fucking moving it. And then also, one thing that everyone's going to start getting into now, taxes, right? Because this is also a pain in the ass. Because if you sold any reasonable amount of figures this year, you got to work with an accountant to figure this out and see what your losses and profits were, because it's a pain in the ass. So, and that's another reason where, like, if you're going to buy something, and especially in this market, it's not a good economy right now. So if you buy something and you later want to sell it, even in a year, 2 years, it could be sold out. Doesn't matter. You're probably not going to get what you paid for it. So it's very rare that you do nowadays. So it's kind of like, if you're going to get it, you got to be pretty confident it's going to stay with you for a long period of time. So that's why I feel like being selective is more important now than ever, because we have so many options We have so many, and that's why people are overwhelmed, because it's not like you have a ton of bad options. You have so many great options. And that's the problem, where you're like, it's like a first world problem deal, but it's like, you know, there's so many good options coming at me. I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to get. I got to sell this and sell that, and it's stressful.
Yeah.
But if you're like really keeping your collection tight to one confined space, keeping it to a set number of figures, and you're only getting what you really love, at the end of the day, you're going to be happier, because you're going to have a more manageable collection. And who really gives a shit what the other people think, as so far as like, you know, if I have more, I'm more credible than you. If I have more, I'm better a collector than you.
Yeah,
it's just not accurate. So, so I just think at the end of the day, really, you shouldn't be focused on what other people think about your collection habits, and really you should be focused on what makes you happy as a collector.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Say that last part one more time, please.
You shouldn't be focused on what other people think of your collecting habits. You should be, at the end of the day, focused on what makes you feel fulfilled as a collector and what makes your collection.
Now say it for people out there in the cheap seats, because they need to really, y'all motherfuckers need to
say
it louder.
It's funny, like Leo, I even had
Say
like
bitch.
it was a while, it was maybe a couple weeks back. I had one comment on one of my videos, and someone was like, saying, they were like, yeah, Will doesn't even own any Hot Toys. It's a shame that he uses Hot Toys for clout. And I was like, I have like 40 Hot Toys. So, and I was like, I'm not sure where you got your information from, but I do have 40 Hot Toys, and I love Hot Toys, and I love collecting them. So it's interesting. You know, again, I think that's kind of the mindset of, you know, with collectors in general, like there can be elitism sometimes. And I think that's kind of what I'm trying to get away from. It's
not
kind of like, it's not about how much you have. It's about how much you have that you love.
That you have, that you're connected to.
Right. How much you have, and how much it means to you.
You know what?
I think
I want to use measuring contest with how many figures.
No, but I think people like to make it that, and I think that's not really what it should be about.
So when I lived in Taipei, I went to what's called the Whaaat Museum. And when you go into it, bro, now you think about a museum that is supposed to have all these things, right?
Yeah.
Big room, whatever. They only had 7 pieces in that room.
Nice.
But the 7 pieces that they had in that room was some of the most beautiful pieces that I've ever seen. I'm talking from canvases. It was artwork that I have never seen in my life. And I like, wherever I go, just seeing those pieces. Even when I went to the Basquiat Museum in New York, there were pieces, but there weren't splashed everywhere. They were pieces that were synonymous to him. So you don't have to, like, less is in a sense more. You don't have to have everything. The only thing that we're guilty of as collectors is because we love to collect.
Sure.
And sometimes there's so much out there that we love that sometimes we got to sacrifice some of those things to just kind of narrow it down. Like Jay, I remember when we were like earlier on when Captain Carter dropped, and you realized that it wasn't something for you. You know what I mean? You realize that the Hydra Stomper wasn't for you.
No.
And the things that you've basically passed on and curated for your collection because you're really focused on, you know, what you have. Yeah. It's an admirable quality when people like you, Will, you know, Carlos, you know, and Riley and Cam just focus in on those things.
Right.
I'm fucked up in the game because I love all 3 IPs. I love Star Wars. I love DC.
Right.
I love Marvel.
Right.
But I'm realizing now that I'm like, okay, yeah, I love it. But at the same time, okay, let's look at reality here. You know what I mean? Let's really look at reality here. And if it's meant for me to have it, then I will. But in the meantime, only stick to the things that are the most important. Because the thing is, it's like, I don't want to have a collection that's going to be overly cluttered as well. You feel me?
Right.
So how does that work for you, Jay?
You know what? I had a come to Jesus moment last week.
Word.
It did, because I was looking at and it was all when I got Captain America in. I was looking at it like, where am I going to put his ass? Man. Okay, how am I going to do this? And then I had ideas like, okay, I got to display 2 DeLoreans. I got to display the Mach 1. The Mach 1 and the Mark 2 one that's coming. Yeah. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to do all this? How am I going to get all this in? Because like you said, I don't want it to look cluttered. I've been collecting for a while. And when back in the day, I collect Spawn figures. Like I had Spawn up to like Spawn Series 25, I believe. And it was, it was Spawn. It was even a damn Halloween Spawn in my collection. It was ridiculous. Real shit. And I looked at my room one day and I just noticed it looked like I was like, wow, it looks like a comic book store with studio equipment in it. That's great. Until it isn't. And then, and then I was like, it's just too much. When it becomes too much where you can't enjoy it and you can't see other figures, you got to either start selling, I hate to say sell, but you either got to start moving stuff out of your collection or boxing stuff up. And I think we talked about this on Monthea's stream a couple weeks back. And usually when I have to box stuff up, it's the kiss of death. It's like, because if I don't see it, out of sight, out of mind, do I really need it? That's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point
Right,
now where I have things in my collection that I really love, like really like stuff from childhood. All these IP, like you said, I'm a fan of all these IPs. Anything of the 80s, Star Wars, and now Marvel, I love it. So, and they all have not only value to me, but sentimental, strong value to me. So I'm looking like, okay, maybe I can box some stuff up, to make room for others, because I'm a guy that wants to display it all, but you can't display it all. And you can, but do you really want to mute? I like the idea of this looking like a museum, but it still has to be neat. Like you said, going to a museum, it's neat. Part of the appeal is the look of it. You want the space that actually, and I think that's why Maji Case or Maji Spaces are good, or DTOS, however your display is. Focus on your display first. That is and doing any new collectors, that is hard, but you really got to think about, you're spending a lot of money on these things. You want them displayed properly. You want them to be seen. You don't want it just to be shoving. If you got to shove like 5 figures into a DTOF, that on one shelf of a DTOF, that's pretty bad. And if that works for you, no shade, that works for you. But for me, that looks cluttered. That makes me feel uncomfortable. So maybe 1, 2 in a slot, 2 to 3 in a slot. You want it. You want these displayed because they're all works of art, and you want them displayed as such. So,
yeah, bro. Thank you for that, man. Definitely. I mean, everybody dropping jewels tonight. Now, I'm gonna leave Carlos for last because he's I always gotta leave for last. He got to take us out on this one because it's gonna be like, he's gonna take us out on that one. But Cam, with you prioritize like a mofo. Like you got the will of God, bro. You're just like, I'm past. Like straight up, be like, I ain't getting that shit. No, I ain't getting that shit. I'm cool.
Yeah, it's I would say the temptation is still real for me too, because like a lot of these IPs, and a lot of these other figures, I still find some sort of nostalgia in them. But it's like you take on the nostalgia of the people around you as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, dang, they really like it. So you think to yourself, oh man, maybe I should really like it too, But like Will said in a great point earlier, is that like you really have to kind of prioritize and figure out what you love, for yourself. Because I'll sit here and I'll hear you guys talk about it. I'd be like, yeah, that shit is tight. Like, damn, that would look good. But then I look and I'm like, but where the hell would I put it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna put like Harley Quinn in between Iron Man and Spider-Man, like she's supposed to be there. I'm like, no, I'm gonna look foolish. So for me, I'm like, you know what? I just figure I need to just stay in my lane and just really collect what actually brought me to collecting in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to look back to your roots, but it's always good to stay on course as well, because your wallet will probably thank you for it at the end of the day as well.
True. Riley, you got all that money and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Sure he does.
I do.
I buy what the fuck I want.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean,
that money from throwing parties and shit.
Oh yeah, totally.
How you doing, bro? How you doing?
No, but I mean, what more can I say? Honestly, like a lot of people here have just been dropping the mic. Really, they've been saying some amazing stuff. I mean, for me, for instance, I was definitely, when I started collecting, I didn't really have as much of like a prioritization. Like I wasn't focused. Like I was kind of more so when I started collecting, I was like, oh, I love these things. Like I want to dive here. I want to dive there. I want to go here. I want to maybe go to quarter scale. Like I love the way the quarter scale Hot Toys looked. I think I got the Batman Begins one. It was the quarter scale. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. This is awesome. But I think I got this knowledge from Will, I think, because when when you're passing past like one of your figures or whatever, and I remember he'd always say that, like, if you don't even remember that it was there, or at one point you're just like, I kind of forgot that was there for a second. That's when you realize, like, kind of reality hits you. You're like, damn, like, why do I really have this?
Why do I have this
really
piece?
don't.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's something that I definitely learned when I started collecting. And I think that's really good advice, because sometimes you'll just kind of be into it. A lot of the reason for the deal, and also just, because you kind of get sucked into that hole where you're just like, I want to keep buying these hot toys. They're amazing, but you also have to realize the reality. And that definitely happened to me. And I'll say this to anyone out there: if you do sell figures, there is nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, there's absolutely nothing wrong with selling figures. No. You have to do it. If someone's gonna harp on you for that, in my opinion, I just feel like that's really not called for, in my opinion. But like I said again, true word. If you have to sell out some figures, then you have to sell out figures. It's the end of the world. You move on, you sell the figure, and if you make a loss,
or maybe it just doesn't have that value to you anymore. You just lost the interest. It happens. Right. You know, it definitely happens. And rather than have it just go to waste, or you put in a box and just have it sit somewhere, then you know, you do what you do. Some people like that quarter scale Mando was the only figure that I've sold, probably the only figure that I'll ever sell for right now.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to, where I'm like, that's exactly why I'm prioritizing now. So I don't have to do that again, where I don't have to like, oh, now I have to sell this, I have to ship it, because that's always a pain. I mean, I know a lot of people know when you're selling figures, it's not fun. It's not a lot of fun.
We know you clearing out for No Way Home, bro. I didn't
know. Exactly.
You're clearing out for No Way Home. He's like, I'm moving this shit out.
That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm kind of like you, Leo, where I do love like all 3 IPs, but I kind of have to realize, like, damn, with Marvel, I got to try and stick to Spider-Man, because obviously that's what I truly love when it comes to Marvel.
You know what's crazy though, Riley? Is that the other day I was watching No Way Home. I was watching, because they have now the extended version on Stars, whatever. You can watch it.
It's even worse now.
Like, I came in, so I'm sitting there watching it, and it was like, I don't know, for a quick second, I was like imagining you fucking, like, it was you, Nick and KG in the room, like going, dude.
Yeah,
like, I was just imagining it's crazy as shit, bro.
That really is us. That's true. That's true.
Right.
No, that's funny. But no, like I said, that's exactly why I'm trying to. And it's hard sometimes, because like, Lyle, you know this, when you kept showing, when I was obviously wasn't feeling as well, I was watching the streams, and that Falcon Captain America, it looks so good. But like I said again, that's where I'm like, damn, like, reality's got to hit though. Like, I got to stay selective, but that is a beautiful piece. It looks really beautiful. I'm going to skip on it, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think for a lot of people who do that, that's just the way you got to do, kind of collect in your own lane, collect the way you want to do. And like Will was talking about before, it doesn't matter if you have one hot toy figure, if you have one detail, if you don't even collect hot toys, you just are in the hobby, you're in the chat talking to people. That's the whole point of it, in my opinion. So that's super important.
Definitely, bro. Appreciate that. Before we go to Captain Carlos, because I know I'm gonna get these super chats out the way, and then, like I said, we gonna call it after that. We got Restless Youth Productions, $5 super chat. Great topic. I'm only picking up bangers, no fillers. It's impossible to get them all, and live responsibly. Yeah, thank you very much for that, man. That is the truth. And we got let me see, Shadow in the building, $5 super chat. Hi guys, I just started getting into 1/6 scale. I picked up a DTOF case. Well, what do you all use as base to get it more off this floor? Okay, good question.
Good question. Yeah,
good question. So it's a very good question. So there's a couple of things that you can actually do, and I find it. Here's the thing. What I do, and if you want to use a really, really cheap option, and this is how you can do it. You don't have to go out and buy, and I'm just telling you, you don't have to buy like a whole complete shelving unit or something at the bottom, or just like a riser. You can do that, and it's fine. You can get cheap risers different places. You know what I do? I get crates, just plain like crates, and I put things over it to decorate it to make it look good, and use it as risers because it sits well. Wooden crates work really, really good because it's stable, but you got to get pure crates. You can do stuff like that. You can get risers to actually do it as well. But you don't have to get anything extra expensive, because you got to understand, I got a whole roll of these some bitches, so it's like hard for me to do something like that. But there's different options, ways that you can actually do it. So man, great question. Really, really great question. And I know, Jay, you built your own. You built certain spots. You created your own. Okay, gotcha.
built them, and I think I kind of stole this from Kiko. Kiko did a like with Detox. Like I think you go to like Target has like the little shelves. Those are real good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can lay them across instead of vertical.
Exactly. Yep, those are real good. Very
Dope. So thank you for that question, Carlos. Take us home with this one, bro. How do you because I know you. What's kind of hard because I think you only have one hot toy. That's all you have.
Apparently, right? Yeah, man. So for me, I like being pretty selective, and honestly, when it comes down to collecting, the way however you want to collect, it's perfectly fine. If you want to sell figures. If you want to buy, you really want to have 10. If you want to have 300, it really depends. I'm very selective. I'm very selective even on who sees my collection. I know I get a few people who mention that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, like he never shows his collection, or people get after me for that. But you need to realize that for me, I don't collect to show to people. If you want to do that, that's fine. I collect for myself. I collect and I show only whoever I want. I want them to see my collection. They'll see it. So I'm very selective on everything. And the reason why I'm that way is that I may say a couple things, and I'll mess around. But for the most part, you can collect and decide what you want to do, however you want to do it. If you want to, again, have them on details, if you want to have them open, you can. It's really up to you at the end of the day. And like Will was pointing out, just because someone has more figures than the others, it doesn't mean anything. You can be more selective. For me is, I'll rather not get 40 figures and get a life-size Iron Man. I'll rather do that because I have space to put him. You know what I mean? Or I'll rather, do different things than just you just get nothing but figures. And that's okay. It doesn't mean I don't have figures or a collection. I have statues. I have a bunch of different stuff, right? So I collect. For me, that was my main thing. And it doesn't mean that I'm less of a collector than anyone's, or because clearly we are all very knowledgeable. If we weren't, right, I don't think we would be consistently on these panels or provide information where other people are, thanking us for the good information that we provide. So we're all knowledgeable. So not to say that because one is more than the other, right? But for me, that's how I see it, right? I'm very selective. I don't show my collection, and I probably will rarely show it because I collect for myself. I didn't start collecting and say like, oh, I want to collect so that people can see it, so I've been selective from day one, from who sees it to what I collect to what I want to do. And that's really my focus, man. And I think whatever approach anybody wants to take, that's okay too, so that's how I look at it. So
appreciate that, bro. And here's the thing, like I said, I want to say this before we actually close out. I thought about this and I'm like, you know what, from now on, because I don't believe in this anymore. I don't believe in a such thing as a new collector or an old collector or a more experienced collector, stuff like that. I just believe in a collector, someone who collects. And this is what we all do. We collect. You know what I mean? We all collect and we give different perspectives. Doesn't make my perspective better than anyone else's. We just give you different ideas. And I think that's what this community is all about. And we should be that way. We're all collectors and we should support each other. You know what I mean? I like to support and talk to everybody out there in the chat about their collecting experiences. One person basically put up a video about the Batman Begins that I'm so interested in. I was like, yo, teach me, because he did some crazy shit today. And I saw the video. I was like, yo, I'm all in. So I was happy to see that. There's so much, richness in the collecting community. We just give you perspectives on how to basically stay safe and not overdo it. I mean, because the thing is, it's like, to reach one, you got to teach one. And then they actually spread it on. They pass it on. I don't want to run into I don't want you to run into the same problems that I have. Because again, I think a lot of us at some point have hit a financial hurdle where we had to scale back and be like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just all about giving you good advice. So I just kind of leave it there. Keep on collecting, and just, again, like I said up top, stay positive. I don't welcome any of that bullying bullshit on my channel. I don't. I want positive energy, and because I'm running the channel, because it's my channel. If I demand that positive energy, I'm allowed to. No. Sorry. Yeah. So if you can get that anywhere else, but you won't get that shit here. You feel me? So I'll just say that. Anyway, thank you guys. Everybody out there in the chat, again, thank you guys for basically tuning in and being a part of this show, man. I mean, if you haven't already, everybody on this panel, they do it and they do it well. I want to say congratulations to my cousin Cam and you know, because again, I know this weekend's going to be a rough one, and this is probably going to be the last time he's going to be streaming for a minute. But as you know, we're going to be checking up on you. I'm definitely going to be checking up on you in the back end.
Yeah,
so I want to say definitely congratulations to him. You know, on that new coming gem and beauty that you're going to actually have in your family. Again, I put everybody's link on the actual on the page or actually in the description so you can follow them. I didn't put Carlos's shit there because I'm just tired of him. But other than that, like, no, I'm just playing. But nah. Thank you for being here. Real quick, we're gonna go around and then we're gonna get out because I see like Will, his eyes are turning red and he's sleepy. Cam, what you got? Well, Cam, what you got coming up next besides the baby? Anything coming up or you just chilling?
Nah, I ain't got shit. Just hit 300. I'm at 304 right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Subscribing. So now I'm just trying to get to 500 by next couple of months. So yeah, thank you for your support. I appreciate y'all.
Definitely, man. Thank you for that. Carlos, what's going on in the group? Anything going on? Anything coming up, bro?
So yeah, we're actually planning a pretty big giveaway. We've been trying to plan it for a while just because it's a pretty big one. But yeah, if anybody wants to join, like one of the things about, you know, this community is that we're collecting. It can be wonderful, but groups, you know, can be toxic. So you know, myself, Riley, and Will, we're all mods and admins here in a place for collecting. It's a Facebook group. It's toxic free, drama free. We actually monitor it very closely because of that. So if you want to, you know, join a group where you can, you know, share collectibles, no one's going to laugh at you, and, you know, just have a good time, please join that group. We are planning a pretty big giveaway. Hopefully it happens. We're at 607 members, so hopefully, you know, we'll reach, you know, 1,000 members soon. But yeah, that's you know, nothing specifically going on, but other than, you know, your show and Will's every Sunday. But yeah, anyone wants to be in a toxic free group and make good friends, then a place for collecting is your place.
Yes. If you haven't already, make it over there. Make sure that you become a member. And remember, it is toxic free. So none of that bullshit. Sorry. But anyway, and also I'm going to be starting another group as well. It's called Sugar Pimps. It is just going to be me and Jay. And what we're going to basically do is we're going to show you how to take your 6-scale figures, dress them up in purple, and put purple hats on them. So definitely that's all you're going to do. It's like, nah, Jay, what you got going on, bro?
That Purple Rain pimp shit, baby.
Oh my God. That was good.
Man, oh man. So yeah, I did an unboxing yesterday of Captain America, aka Falcon. Yeah, so that was cool. I just dropped a pose session with the guy because I felt I kind of cheated everybody out because I was scared to really pose him live without breaking those wings. I thought I was gonna break the wings. So what I went in, I did a pose session, you know, formal pose session for him. So yeah, so that was fun posing him and taking shots at him. So go check that out. That's coming up. Sugar Pimps, yes, that's right. Sugar Pimps.
You got Ben Thomas hashtag Sugar Pimps.
Sugar Pimps, baby.
There we go.
Make it do what it do.
There you go. Make it do what it do, baby.
Yeah.
So we got that. Best of the best. Tomorrow we really don't have much, but I think we'll still be doing best of the best.
Ain't got shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I had, like I said, I had to pull a rabbit out of a hat this week. That's why I was like, let me just find some shit.
That's what you gotta do,
topics,
bro.
man.
Chinese New Year, man.
Exactly, bro. You know what it is.
We'll
You had some good ones though. You had some good ones. It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's good topics.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Once
that.
again,
One of your
thank
better shows.
you tonight.
Damn.
Anyway, Will,
Carlos.
It's because Carlos is here. He's like, oh, it's a good show if I'm here.
you know what I mean? Because you gotta go take a shit.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly, bro.
I'm not sweating.
yes, you are. Will,
What's up,
what you got coming up, bro? I know you got, you know, Collectors Mingle on Sunday. I can't wait
Yeah,
for
man.
that. I know you got what is it? Say how
Lights, camera,
Lights,
collect.
camera?
Lights, camera,
Yeah.
Kiko, collect.
Camera,
Wow,
Kiko.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So, what
So
you got
yeah,
going
so
on,
Lights,
bro?
Camera, Collect Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Collectors Mingle Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So those are both happening. I did put out a video. I think it was last night. It starting to blend together. But the what's it called? The top 5 reasons that people buy hot toys. So that was pretty fun. I do one of my little PowerPoint presentations. So check that out if you guys have some time. I'm here every Wednesday, of course. And what else? I put that Joker review still up if anyone wants to watch that. The In-Art Joker. I'll be doing more reviews. Thank you. Moving forward, more reviews are going to be happening. So the guys helped me get a backdrop instead of my blinds that apparently were distracting. So
I saw him, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So
It wasn't
I got
even
him- I got
bad.
a
You were
new
just
pen.
being little bitches about it.
Yeah, and y'all were like, the blinds are distracting. I was like, no, they're not. It's fine. But
Oh my God.
so we got that, and then there'll be more content coming on the channel soon. I got a bunch of ideas in the works, so yeah, keep on the lookout for that. But thanks for having me, man. Always appreciate
You
being
already
here.
know. Thank you for being here, brother.
I was
Yeah,
almost
man.
not on this show today. Almost. But I'm glad I made
Nah,
it.
you know, because here's the thing, and I managed to
No, I
fix
don't
it.
want to hear it.
All right, you ain't gonna say you shit, motherfucker. Anyway, Riley, what's going on with you, brother? What you got going on? Man?
Oh man. Well, first of all, thank you, Leo, for the invite. It was a lot of fun. It's good to be back. I've been off streams for quite some time, so it's good to be back here. This is like a second home. I love Say What. So make sure you guys out there hit the like button and subscribe to Leo's channel because he's got great stuff.
Appreciate that.
On my channel right now, I'm just posting some videos. I got some reviews. I got the actual integrated Spidey. This one right here. This figure is
that one
dope.
sucks.
The integrated spider. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Make sure to check it out because I've had a lot of pose inspiration from Nick Collectible.
That one's good,
and
Jay.
Carlos, you helped me. Hey, he's got it too. There we go. Okay, Jay.
Yeah, but look at his
And he's got
posing.
another
Look at
thing.
yours.
See,
So-
nope, I'm not doing it. Nope,
Well,
nope,
I'm just saying,
nope.
bro.
I'm
It
just
is a
waiting,
cool
I'm
looking
waiting for the
figure.
classic. I'm waiting for the
bro.
classic.
It's
We'll go ahead.
The classic is dope.
Classic is
yeah,
dope,
Jay's
yeah.
flexing that. That
If
the
you look
figure's
really
dope.
closely, you see the number 69.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I
Oh,
mentioned
my
that in the
It's
review.
sewn into the suit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but we got that
go
one.
ahead,
That
man.
base is dope. And we've got that Riddler that I showed earlier in the stream. I posted that and the actual Homelander third-party figure that I actually is really cool. So if you guys want to check that out, got a YouTube shorts I've been posting frequently. And yeah, I'm going to try and do a stream soon. There hasn't been a lot of content really to talk about, but we'll probably do something. Maybe I'll do another one of those Hot Toys trivia quizzes because that was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Probably
Hey,
start
that was
back up.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I helped
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we'll
I
do that. We'll do that.
I do too.
Yeah, exactly.
I do too.
But yeah. And thank you guys again for all the support. And yeah, we're at I think almost at 1.5K subs. So thank you guys again. For all the support.
1.5?
Let's
Appreciate
go.
it.
Yeah.
Let's
Come on,
go. Come on,
Look
man.
at you,
Let's
Riley.
go.
How old are you?
Yeah, thanks,
I'm telling you,
bro.
man. He's Riley.
He's
I'm 30.
Oh, you're 30.
20 going on 30.
Riley's
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
his thing, man. So definitely thank you
Thanks
for being
for
here,
Penis-
man. As
big old
always.
penis round.
Thank you guys out there. Now, what's coming up on the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel? Okay, so we got a video that's going to be popping up here this Saturday, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
That video is Take Your Position. Of course, I'm doing 3 videos every weekend, 3 position or posing videos every weekend. This Saturday is going to be probably the craziest one that I'm doing so far, and that is the Take Your Position Nightmare Edition. So basically,
Yo,
it's
look
going to
this
be
Nice.
Superboy is going to be Superman himself, the black suit Superman, and it's going to be the Nightmare Batman. So again, I'm just going to create
Nice.
my own scene with this. I might even throw in the, make it a multiversal type of situation by throwing in the Justice League Superman as well. So you might see a couple of more figures just thrown into this whole battle royal, but it's going to be out there this Friday. So stay tuned for it. It's going to be dope. I can't wait to do that. Also, keep in mind that we still have, and we are still basically doing the giveaway for the Iron Man. And this is the Iron Man Origins giveaway, courtesy of my boy Marco over there, Collector Zone. Again, all you have to do is become a member of the Figure Flex Friday channel, as well as the Collector Zone Cantina. You'll find the videos on both channels. What you want to do basically there is when you see the video, you tell us why you love Iron Man, why it's your favorite character. You go into the spinning wheel to win this piece free. And it is the deluxe version. It's just literally one of my favorite suits. So definitely you can get this
Nice.
piece.
Hopefully I win.
Nah, ban Carlos.
Hey, head on over the group, bro. Tell us why you like that shit. You already, and the thing is, because it's not restricted to it's for everybody. So even like if you're a content creator, whatever, and you do it, if you end up on that wheel, you win. So it's not restricted
I'm
to
going.
anybody.
I'm going to it right now.
Nice.
So definitely do that. Make sure you do it, and it's a free
already
figure,
entered.
so definitely make sure you do. He said Rat the Con, motherfucker. I hit him up here every day because I can't wait for that shit. Let's go. But anyway, thank you guys out there for being with us today. Remember, if you haven't already followed everybody here, everybody puts out primo content. So
Except
make sure
me.
you actually do that. You
True.
got the group, man. So you got to do what
He's
you
got the
gotta
kit.
do.
Carlos's kit.
You got the kit. So that's you
Carlos's kit.
you put that, hey, I'm telling you, bro. If you put that shit up, I guarantee you that shit's
sell.
gonna go off.
Oh yeah.
This
Captain
gonna
Carlos's
go
kit.
Somebody-
You put that video up. that
Leo,
shit will go
you went
off.
to you went to like a comic book store and somebody was like, "Is Cam really selling those gloves?"
No way.
Yeah, bro.
No
Working
way.
out. I'm like,
Dead
what
ass.
the fuck?
Dead
You got an
ass.
opportunity. This
Bro,
is an opportunity, Cam.
I went to
bro.
my local comic
Right.
shop wherever I go. He was like, yeah. He was like, so are those gloves? Does he really sell those gloves? I was like, nah.
Hell
It's just a whatever. But that
No
just lets you
way.
know that people are
That's just it.
watching.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Bro, you
dope.
put that
That's
video
dope.
up,
Is he really-
Carlos, I'm telling you, just do it in your kitchen by the toaster. You'll be all
Yeah,
in.
that's
bro. Let's
it.
go.
That's a good idea. It's like, how do you heat up your figures with the toaster, baby?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
smart.
right.
Die-cast
Making sure,
toaster,
man,
baby.
as always. Anyway, thank you guys, everybody out there for being with us. It's been a hell of a show. Tune in next week. We'll be back here, whatever the content is. Who knows, whatever the Hot Toys is going to drop or whatever else we get, or when I decide, or when I get my damn Joker, and when DHL decides to finally deliver my cap. So we'll just think about that as well. Anyway, thank you guys out there. We are out. Peace. I'm going to do this like Will. Bye.
Bye. See you.